857 Video Game Podcast.
Welcome, everyone, to the Level 857 Video Game Podcast, the highest level for raw, unfiltered gaming commentary, and the only people online who love games as much as they love beer. It's Turbo 857.
Sticks in the building.
Your boy Big Chocolate, what up?
LG857, what's good?
It's haunted hound stallion. And just as a quick reminder that you could download, listen, stream this podcast on almost any single service and hardware available, but it's Radio Public is what you want to download and listen to if you want to show us the most support. So get on that.
We love that support.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. So,
Oh, yeah.
we're not going to beat around the bush this week.
Nah, man, we got a big one tonight.
What's going on this week, y'all? What's going on this week, y'all?
We're doing
Easy E3.
Yep. So, we're going to go straight to the main topic.
Wait, why did I gotta do that by myself? Y'all can't do it with me?
Because
I was actually stricken
We
while you were saying
we
that.
don't want to peek the mic. We're good.
No, like, can't do it.
Nope.
Come on.
Yeah.
Thank you,
No,
Chalk.
no.
You all, the rest of you suck. The rest of you suck. That was supposed to be a team.
Nah, man. So, EA started E3 this
said
year. And they didn't have much to announce that we cared about. So, we're only going to talk about what we care about in this podcast today. So, they had the Star Wars announcement, right?
Yeah, they did.
that game looks fire.
That looked good.
Fallen Order.
I was impressed.
Fallen Order.
Not even gonna front. At first, I thought it was like some Battlefront nonsense.
Mhm.
I didn't even know. I don't know if it was gonna be based on the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I looked at that. I'm like, I must own
Yeah.
that game.
It
Yeah.
looks, you know what it looks like?
Yeah,
It looks like a better version of Force Unleashed.
Yeah.
Mixed
Pretty
with
much.
a little bit of
Uncharted.
Uncharted love in there,
Yeah.
a little bit of Tomb Raider love in there
Yeah.
as well.
Yo, that
They
game-
added that triple A-ness.
Yeah.
But you know what's also very
Yes,
cool?
it is.
That is, wait,
I see what you did there.
That
How'd
is,
you walk into that?
wait, that is bad. They added, you can't start the five.
You know what? It's
They
like
added that triple anus.
I didn't say
Well,
us.
Come
I said
on,
X.
man.
You know, if we had
You changed it.
I haven't changed anything.
Nah, you
I
said
threw,
it.
I threw the bait, though. I threw the bait, and you took it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Talk about
Triple
derailed.
A.
Yeah.
Ness of it.
Yeah, man.
It's just derailed, guys.
We would lose our sponsorship if we had one.
I don't want that sponsorship.
Instantly.
I don't want the sponsorship we get for that.
Ness is one of my favorite
It'd be like
characters. in
Trojan.
Smash Brothers, man.
And that's even more derailed.
Yep.
Continue it.
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
So when I first saw the trailer, people were getting mad about it because it looked barren. It looked like there was nothing going on, and it looked like hollow.
What morons are these?
This is the first
Everyone.
thing they showed.
Oh,
This is
okay.
before they showed the actual trailer when it leaked earlier this week.
Oh, okay.
And they were like, "Oh, boo! It doesn't look like because you're just using the force pushing people, and there's like two people fighting, and then they would wait for them." And I'm like, "Just wait, just wait. It looks smooth. It's super smooth. It looks great.
Yeah.
It looks
Relax. The game is gonna
60
be
frames.
fine." So I don't know how that game is actually gonna be, but the trailer that they showed a lot more action in it, and it looked.
It was
pretty good.
sexy. There's so even the little thing, like I'm not even talking about like just how smooth it is and
Yeah.
the present. It just they did the little things that I like about Star Wars. The music was dope. Music was very dope.
Actually, sound like Avengers.
The music was very dope. And like when he started attacking the stormtroopers, like he hit them once as you should and kill them because lightsabers. You hit them once with the lightsaber, you're
It's a
dead.
wrap.
But they
Did
had
they
the
ever
mark.
hit a stormtrooper with a sword? I never seen it. Did you ever see one get cooked
In
by
the
a sword?
game, or you mean like in the?
In the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got
All the
butchered.
time.
In the new movies, right?
I-
Not the old ones though. They didn't burn in half in the old movies.
Nah, they were
Nah,
chopping robots in the other ones.
they deflected
get
it.
shot.
They like parried.
Okay.
When they got chopped, you would see like the,
Right,
the,
the burn
the
marks.
burn mark in the game also,
Okay.
which is dope. You know, but there was one thing that stood. I don't know if you guys saw it. I know you didn't, but
I know you're talking about the thing with the bullet.
because I told you about it.
No, I saw it.
Lies.
I saw it.
Oh, you saw something.
I saw
You
it.
did?
Yeah, I saw it.
Oh,
Guys, give Chuck a round of applause.
yeah.
Big Chocolate, what you was saying.
Big Chocolate came prepared.
You saw some of you three. I know. That's all right.
No, but like they were shooting at him, and he froze a bullet,
Hmm.
grabbed him with the other hand, brought him over into the bullet that he stopped, and put him through the bullet. Like I'm like, to even think to put something like
Yeah,
that in the
that's
game,
crazy.
I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh, that game is crazy. It's so dope.
Well, listen, they got a lot to live up to, so because they messed up the whole franchise of Star Wars. EA destroyed that.
That looked good. Though.
Oh,
It
yeah.
looked
So
good.
hopefully this will bring
Oh,
it
with
back.
Battlefront.
With all
Of
the
course.
last three,
Every-
Oh, with the loot,
last
the
ones
loot,
that
the loot
came out.
boxes and all that.
All the
crap.
crazy-
Microtransaction.
Yeah, so we'll see how this
Way to
turns
kill a
out.
game.
Yeah.
Then what did they have? What did they have after?
I don't remember anything about E3 except for that. I blacked out after that.
Well, no, EA was done with EA.
Yeah.
So
C3.
there was another.
What is that? I said E3. I mean,
I don't remember anything else about E3 except for
Listen,
that.
this is a strong beer, y'all. Come
Was,
on.
was Bethesda
Is
after
it really?
this?
I need one.
EA.
We're going off straight off the head with this. Was Bethesda next?
No, I thought Xbox was after that.
Xbox was directly after EA.
Yeah.
I
believe
feel
so,
like-
Okay. So we can go in Xbox.
I feel like
That's
Bethesda
fine.
went.
They went
after
after.
Xbox.
You might be right,
Wolfenstein,
but it was
My
Bethesda,
mind is
then,
jumbled.
Square Enix after. It was
Square
Bethesda.
Enix was like the day after.
Square was
Yeah,
after.
day after.
Yeah.
Yeah, Microsoft was next, I think.
So my mind is a little messed up. There's a lot going on, man.
Take a sip of this
It's
beer right
crazy.
here. Take a
It's
sip of
crazy.
this beer.
No beer.
All right.
That doesn't even look like beer. Matter of fact, what beer is that?
It's
a soda.
That's a
It's an Arizona.
No,
Yeah, it's an Arizona can.
There's a pink elephant on it.
I know. Show the.
Delirium Tremens.
Delirium Tremens.
Delirium.
Hold up, there we go. Boom,
Good
Delirium
stuff.
Tremens.
What's the alcohol content?
8.5, sir.
Oh, I need one.
Jeez.
Yeah. I need one.
Good stuff.
You don't need none of that.
See, that's
You'll
good.
see
We need you
change.
clear-headed.
You'll see a change in me real soon.
Maybe I shouldn't grab that.
Yo, my man just like.
I don't know what to do.
Yo, he just.
All right, you gotta
The
get
show must go on.
Someone grab that paper towel.
The show must go on.
Yo, my man. It's not even me. I'll just.
I'm trying not to get this on this
I'll just
fucking
spill
electronics.
beer all over the
For
floor.
everybody listening,
This is what Delirium Tremens does.
Did you hear that?
it's a mess.
Did you
Yeah.
hear that? Thank you.
My
Thank you.
man just made a mess.
Thank you. Thank
He
you.
just got so excited.
I think I got all of my arm.
Nah, this thing got
Did he get
shook.
you?
Yeah, you
man.
got me.
Yo, how you get?
We're not sponsored, by the way.
No wonder.
Not
This
yet.
is not a sponsorship.
Oh man, talk about getting thrown off the rails.
Oh my god.
Well,
So Microsoft,
Cut
y'all.
them off. Cut them off.
Welcome to our
Oh my
podcast.
god.
So,
Yo.
what big titles can we talk about from the Microsoft?
I mean,
Let's talk about the Microsoft guy right over here.
It's the Xbox himself.
What
the
got you?
Xbox.
What got you excited? Mr.
Gears
Chuck?
5.
Gears
5
5
got me excited.
Did it really though?
It did, but I wish they showed more footage and
it's gonna be delayed.
It's not gonna be delayed. Shut up, man.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be delayed. Stop hating.
It's just not finished.
How'd you like the new mode?
I like it a lot.
Riot?
I like
So
it
what
a
did they
lot.
announce?
I wish they. Actually, you could probably find more gameplay online, but I wish they showed like gameplay during the whole
Event.
It'll
presentation.
feature 5 thrilling modes, including escape and aggressive, high-stakes 3-player co-op mode, and featuring the Suicide Squad that must work together to take out enemies' hives from within. Yeah, that's what they said.
that's escape.
It's coming out September 10th,
That's fairly soon.
2019.
That's
I'm
fairly
gonna
soon.
mention the secret.
You would
that's
think
in
that
there, right?
they'd show,
the special feature that's in there, which is awesome.
What, the Terminator?
Yes.
Yeah.
You got excited for
pre-order.
that, really?
Linda Hamilton, man. She's gonna be in Gears 5.
Wait. First of all,
Really?
calm down.
No, man. That's
But
great.
she's in the game.
They didn't show her in the thing. They did.
They didn't show anything.
Nah, they just showed the T800.
So why are you saying Linda Hamilton?
She's in it, man. She's in it.
No, because it's a pack of characters that you get when you pre-order.
Yeah.
So more than likely she is in it.
Come with me if you want to live.
Get to the chopper.
That's crazy.
No gameplay.
They
They didn't show it
gameplay
on the
during
thing.
The new mode.
during
new
the
mode they
presentation, but I believe
They showed it while they were
streamed
talking about it. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it looked pretty dope. And they showed they did show a trailer of that mode though. With the electronic freaking daggers and all that.
That
I
was
saw
that.
that.
That
That
was
was
the
the escape
trailer.
mode. The escape
Yeah.
mode. Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
that
the
was,
thing.
they showed that
just
during
the
the
trailer.
thing.
They didn't
Yeah.
show the actual gameplay of it.
I think it'll be dope. I'm not even worried about Gears. It's usually the same formula. It's always pretty dope.
As long as they
Pretty
follow that, it'll be fine.
Just don't do what they did on the last one and kind of like fizzle towards the end. That didn't feel like an end. It just was like, hey, it's gonna be another one, guys. It's over though.
No, I don't think it's gonna drag on to another one like that. No. They definitely expected there to be another one after. So but what about Gears Pop though? How you feel about that?
Don't care.
Jesus Christ.
Hard,
Wait,
you know,
that's
That's their
hard,
mobile game.
hardcore do not care.
That's their mobile
Who
game.
does?
Hard pass.
All right, so they had some other stuff. Forza Horizon 4, the Lego Speed
Yo,
Champion.
You know what?
that looks ridiculous and fun.
See.
That
This
was
is, remember
so
I was
fun.
saying this to you. I'm like, I don't care about those, but I saw the Legos. I'm like, I don't know why I'm a little bit intrigued.
Right?
Like,
It seemed
I
like
was
it was
a little
more
bit.
fun.
I was a little bit.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm
man.
not even lying.
Yo,
I'm not
it
even
It did look
It
pretty
looks
fun.
fun.
See, thank you. There was
It did
something
look fun,
about
'cause
the
we've
You
Legos.
turncoat motherfucker.
Listen,
Oh, I'm sorry, we can't
Come
make that
on,
Xbox
man.
the entire podcast. My
We've
bad.
seen realism to the
Yeah,
to
it's
the
just
most.
like, I get
It's like,
tired
all right,
of it.
It looks real.
But like, there's something that it added a like a
Something fun about
Mario Kart
Yeah,
type
yeah, yeah.
feel to it, and I
Mario
like Mario
Kart.
Kart.
All right.
But
it.
you
Still
know.
look kind of
Listen
real.
to the haters
All right.
over here.
Did you?
No. I was actually gonna go with because I don't agree with you guys on that, but you probably won't agree with me on this. Jay probably does, but what was it? They showed the fucking gameplay of
Age of Empires.
no,
No one cared.
no, nobody cares about that shit.
It's
No,
PC,
fucking it's coming out soon. The fucking damn it, Minecraft.
Yeah, Minecraft.
The
That
Minecraft,
four-player
Minecraft
player
Legends.
Minecraft?
Yeah, the dungeon,
looks
the dungeon crawler.
fire.
That shit looks. And I'm
That
not a man.
looks
I don't.
dope.
I don't
looks
like
fun.
the graphics,
It didn't look bad.
but it looks fucking.
I despise Minecraft.
It looks good.
But it looks
Despise
fun
it.
as
It
hell.
actually looks fun.
It did not. It's
I was
4
like-
players, right? Co-op.
Yeah.
It does not
Couch-
look
No,
bad.
it actually looks fun.
4-player
couch.
Minecraft.
Mhm.
Couch.
I was like, meh, and then they paused, and I was like, that's
All
crazy.
right, I will
There's a
go
lot
this
going
far.
on.
It looks good.
Am I gonna buy it? No. Do I want
Right.
to play it? Not really. But if you guys were like, we
Yeah.
need a fourth guy.
Yeah.
We need a fourth guy.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
would be like, okay, I'll be the fourth. I'll take one.
It would take me
And I
by
probably
surprise.
would enjoy it. I probably would. Looks good.
Interesting.
They also announced Game Pass for PC,
Yeah.
which is
That's a big
pretty
deal.
cool.
That's a
Yeah.
big deal.
It was $5, and then it was $15 for both of them,
Right.
Mhm.
something like that, right?
That's a
And I
big
think
deal. man.
right now, if you sign
It's
up
$1?
right now, yeah, it's $1.
I heard there was some thing like a loophole in it.
Damn, this beer just hit me.
So they said if you have, it adds a month for every month that you have left on your Xbox Live subscription.
I should dumb.
So if you
adds a
have a
month.
3-year subscription, you can get the way it was working was you can get $1 per Game Pass for each of those months.
What?
Till 2021, I
I'm
believe.
I don't even understand.
Wow.
Because it's
Wait, I don't get it.
$1
Wait, wait.
a month for each live that you have.
Each live.
Yeah, so if you have it for 3 years, you get it for $1 a month for each of those years. That's how it's working out for people. I don't know if they're gonna take that back and
So
say
it's
that
like
was a glitch.
$12 a year.
But
So
yesterday
yeah,
it was
$12
working.
a year.
So I was
Yeah.
get $36 at the end of 3 years.
As long as you have live, it'll take all those months and use it for $1.
It's interesting. I'll give you a $1 credit. I
I
guess.
actually gotta get mine back.
No,
wow.
it would
That
use-
shit
No, it's
died.
insane.
I don't have
No,
it
it would
fucking
use.
online.
You would have pass for that month
Oh, you have
for
pass.
another $1 each of those months.
Right.
So people were getting it
I
for
may have-
3 years straight
May have to sign
for
up.
like $70, and they have all these games for free now.
Oh, that's not
It's
bad
crazy.
at all.
That isn't bad at all. Actually, that's a
Pretty cool, yeah.
fucking good deal.
Of course, they pick a time when I don't have live at all, so I'd have to buy live for 2 years
Yeah,
for.
it was fine.
Yeah, I don't
was
have
thinking
live
about
either.
canceling-
That's
I
your
was thinking about canceling my live.
I never
haven't
renewed
used
it.
in a while.
But for
My
a
shit, I
dollar,
gotta renew my shit. My
Yeah, I
shit's
keep
been-
begging these guys to
Yeah, I
play
never
Gears
renewed
4
mine.
horde mode.
I
and
think
they're
I
like,
had-
I don't use my live.
I don't have live.
I
Nah,
forgot
I
I
don't
even
know.
had it. Actually, I don't
I
have
don't
it.
have
but
it
I
either.
forgot it was even.
I never renewed
I
mine.
thought I had
man.
more
I
time.
just thought of one exclusive that's on Xbox. That's foul.
What?
What?
Fantasy Star Online 2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
Xbox
shit,
PC
that's-
Oh,
exclusive.
yeah.
That's right.
So
Oh,
they
wait,
announced
that's
all-
only
Oh,
that's only Xbox.
That's only Xbox.
Oh yeah.
And
Not
PC.
cool.
And PC, which is like the same thing.
Oh
It's
yeah.
like I can't believe it. I was like,
Oh,
I wanted
yeah.
that game to come over. It was they had it for Nintendo Switch in Japan, cloud, like
Yeah.
they do cloud service, but
Yeah.
when it
Fancy?
finally comes over to the West, Xbox only.
Yeah. Yeah, they're the only ones who pay for that. Nobody else is doing it.
They bought a lot of studios, man.
Garbage, man.
Yeah, they should have bought Sega.
Should've
Yeah,
been.
they actually.
Well,
got-
someone
they
should buy
well, they
Then
Sega.
got-
I actually would give a damn.
But they had a whole bunch of announcements for the Xbox stuff, and it was pretty cool because it was just
Yeah, it
boom,
was
boom,
just
boom,
game
boom,
after
games,
game.
games,
It
games.
wasn't bad. They
game
actually
after
had a
game.
pretty. I like their show better than last year.
Well, they had some games I didn't care
System.
about, but they were new, like
Yeah.
Blair Witch. I was like, who asked for Blair Witch?
I don't know.
Oh,
It's creepy.
yo, I thought
I
that
ain't
was
trying
gonna
to
be
play.
Outlast though.
Yeah, it looked like
I'm like,
Outlast.
oh shit, a new Outlast. That's cool.
It looked
That's
like
cool.
some outdoor Outlast stuff.
That shit looked.
But it was Blair Witch. I'm like, oh, whatever. That's a little late.
Okay.
I'm like,
maybe it's gonna be better than the movie.
a
probably.
20-year-old
Got it.
fucking movie that.
Yeah. What was another one they announced? Bleeding Edge. Now, what was that one? That was the thing. That was the game that leaked the day before, and that's it's the 4-player or the 4-on-4 online team game,
Oh yeah.
and it's gonna be like
kind of like Overwatch.
Kind of like
Right.
Overwatch, but multiplayer. Yeah, so that should have its own little.
Following
no
yeah.
care.
Every single time I see anything, ask Jay about this. Anything. I
Well, it's for
see
esports.
Anything first
It's
person.
esports.
I'm like.
Well,
I don't even like. I tune out completely. I
it's
just.
gonna make its money. It's esports.
Yeah,
So
they always do pretty well.
Yeah.
But I just give zero fucks.
for me, anything
it's not for
online,
us.
Hell no.
anything online only, I don't give a shit about.
I don't participate in that shit. That's
so
not
tell me how you feel about this then.
What?
Battle Toads.
Yeah.
Oh
That guy-
shit!
Is that Xbox exclusive?
That looked
or
dope.
not?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
it's Xbox.
That's rare. It could be Nintendo.
That
at
actually
some
looked
point.
dope.
First of
Speaking
all,
you know,
the first thing I like is the fact that they made it more beat 'em up.
Yeah.
Then 1 and 2 where it wasn't. I mean, it was beat 'em up until shit went down on the other stages.
It was like the first stage.
First stage was always a beat 'em up, and then except for the arcade game. The arcade game was a beat 'em up.
But will this one have it like that, or are they gonna change it while you play too?
I honestly think it looks like a beat 'em up,
And they have racing.
and they
The
made
racing
sure
motorcycle
they-
stage. Too. Oh,
I watched the video.
Oh God.
Because they have 4 minutes of gameplay online about the bikes.
The bikes.
And it's going straight ahead. It's not sideways.
Yeah.
It's not 2D.
I don't know if that's better or worse.
I honestly can't tell. I can't
I
tell
think
you.
it's worse.
I honestly can't tell you.
I
but
think it's gonna be worse.
they were struggling. The guy who played it, there was they were talking about. They were like, "Yeah, it plays awesome. You know, the animations are dope. The action's good." He's like, "But those fucking bikes." He's like, "That shit just got me mad. I didn't want to play anymore."
I think-
Like,
It's
You think it'll be-
Cuphead
I
all
think
over
it'll be
again, man.
easier.
Oh, same shit.
Just like
Do I-
Nintendo.
I-
It's Cuphead. The
do
same
I
shit.
think they'll be easier?
Because you
Honestly,
can see it.
Nah.
You
Nah,
couldn't
they-
do it on
honestly-
two because you couldn't tell where it was, down or up, and it was pissing people
You know
off.
what?
You memorize
You know
the
what?
fucking
I'm telling
pattern.
You go into the zone.
Those.
Oh yeah.
watching it, it's the difficult.
It was
It looks
chaotic.
like some shit. Like when I saw them die,
Well, you
I'm
got
like,
3 players though. That's gonna kill.
when I
it.
saw them die, I said, "Oh, that's probably where I would have died." Because I was like, "Why did you jump that?" Oh, okay. I'm like, "Oh, okay." Here
Nah,
we
that
go.
game. I mean, that
No,
part
you
of the
gotta
game
memorize that
should be like a bonus stage. No, seriously.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a stage.
That should not.
There better be a
affect-
warp
that
zone.
should, exactly. It shouldn't affect your progress in the game
I half agree with you.
because
I-
that
I-
is trash.
I hate the bikes. I hate them. But the messed up thing is, it's part of the tradition. That's
and
the
doing
messed
it,
up thing
and doing it
is.
3-player.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's no one's. Who's
That's
going
gonna be the
past that?
final stage for a lot of people.
We're going to
Yeah.
be. There's gonna be a lot of yelling because I'm getting down on it.
Will it be snakes though? Will the snakes make?
No,
it
hell
better?
no.
Honestly, I think that
No.
I don't think the bikes are gonna be the only fuckery in that game.
No, there's gonna be.
No, there's gonna be a lot. of
They
shit.
will
They're
add
gonna
something.
keep it true to
As
the
long as I don't have to
fucking.
race a rat, I'm good.
No, yeah, that's what
I hated that
that's
stage.
The rat was great because it used to.
Yeah,
punch
'cause
you
you
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
it's
staying behind and
You ever
punching
try
in the
one
face.
player?
No,
Don't do it.
well, I did. I did try. It's tough.
Don't do
Oh my
it.
god, it's hard as hell.
No, it's but the what do you guys think of the design of the Battletoads?
I'm
Eh?
I'm
I
indifferent
don't
about it.
like them particularly.
I didn't mind them.
It's not a deal breaker. I'm still gonna get the game
Yeah.
and play it, but it's
I would
like,
prefer them to look the old way,
Yeah,
yeah, it's like.
but I'm gonna take it how it is at least.
I think if there's any characters in the world you can do that with,
Mhm.
that it won't hurt too
Except for the
much.
night.
It's
Yeah.
the Battletoads. You do that. They did that with the Ninja Turtles. They look fucking terrible. They
I have
did
to see
that
how-
with
Oh,
the
yeah,
Thundercats.
yeah,
They
yeah.
look fucking terrible.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Battletoads are more slapsticky.
I have to see how it works with all the new animations they put in.
Yeah.
In the video, I wasn't mad. I wasn't mad in the
No.
3 minute.
I think we'll
4-minute
get
video.
used to it. That
Um,
thing at least.
I'm buying it, so you
Yeah.
know. But I was concerned at first.
Is
Hmm.
anyone interested in Borderlands 3?
So
Yeah.
moving on to the next game.
Yeah.
I don't. I
Nah,
never.
Borderlands 3 is gonna be fire.
You know what?
You're a
I
Borderlands
It's
guy?
gonna be fire. I played through the first one.
Yeah.
Dope.
I never.
How many did they
fucking-
have?
3. Well,
This
there's,
well,
gonna be
two.
the third one.
there's a prequel and the second.
Yeah.
What's the Handsome Jack?
The
Collection?
Handsome Collection. I think it's
That's 1 and 2.
1 and 2, and maybe the prequel.
Oh, because that was on.
It's free.
That was yeah, it was free.
Al said, "Who's handsome Jack?"
Well, there was a Telltale game also, so that counts as a game.
He's from Borderlands. He's actually a villain from the game.
Sure he is.
That's what. That's
You don't
all
know
I
Jack? You don't know Jack. You don't know
Handsome
that
Jack. That's his name.
But
Yeah, I think-
I mean, Borderlands, it's going to be popular. I'm probably going to pass on it, but I'm
You
pretty
should.
sure it's great.
You're not a first person shooter guy.
Nah, but as long as it gets smooth, man, I'm going to get
You're
into
gonna
it.
go. You're gonna for
Yeah,
a
he's
week.
gonna play it for
You're gonna play it for a
day,
week,
so-
and then you're gonna stop. Don't buy
When
it.
did that ever happen?
I don't know.
Wow.
Overwatch, Destiny, Destiny 2.
No, that's an esports game. This is a game.
Doesn't matter.
Is it
Overwatch. is it.
Call of Duty.
You only play
like
I
you only
beat
play
them
games
all.
when you stop playing it, and then we get on your case because you stop playing it. Then you fucking go back and play them.
yeah,
But you don't do it unless you say
I did
something.
go
Gets
back.
the
I
kill.
did not.
Near Automata, you did the same shit. You're like, oh fuck this game. This
No,
game's
I didn't
fucking
have
stupid.
time.
It's what-
I
Man,
never
get
said
out of here.
That's my
stop.
favorite game of
No,
the year.
come on, man.
That was my favorite.
Get out of here.
You never liked it.
I
No.
never liked it.
So,
No.
it's like Don't Make Cry. Oh,
What-
but
No, I didn't
we,
like
we
it.
forced Jay
That's
to play
amazing.
his games by making fun of him for only playing them for 2 hours.
I want Kev to play.
Jesus Christ.
That's another game I want you to
Resident Evil 2
play.
remake. That's
Quantum
another
Break.
one.
Quantum Break.
Remember
I
that?
wanna play
We're
it.
like, yo,
That's
Jay
one of my
ain't
games,
gonna
man.
beat this
That's one of
shit.
my games I wanna play.
I beat it.
Jay ain't gonna beat it.
No,
Jay ain't gonna beat it.
beat it.
I'm gonna play
You did.
Beyond.
You gotta get beat.
We're not talking about that. We're talking about Borderlands, all right?
Yeah, but Borderlands 3 is gonna be dope.
Yeah, I think it looks very polished, and it looks
Yeah.
like it has a whole bunch of characters.
Yeah.
And that's what I care about. And
And if it's 4-player, it's probably gonna be 4-player co-op, right?
Yes. Yes, definitely. So,
Oh, that's gonna be
Wolfenstein.
fun.
That's it. It's only co-op first
That's
person.
gonna be fun.
Wolfenstein.
that's coming. Crossfire X. I forget what it was. I don't think they showed the game.
Crossfire.
First person
Yeah,
shooter. One of
yeah.
the most one of the most played PC games in the world. 650 million players. Well,
Chill.
never heard of this.
Chill.
Yeah, I think
It's in
I think
Korea.
it's a person shooter,
South Korea.
something like that.
Huh?
Yeah. So I don't think they showed the game. I wanted them to play Crossfire, the song though, so bad.
That's why I just said it. Crossfire.
They don't own that shit though.
No, I know. They
Oh,
should have
yeah.
paid for that.
Yeah,
Who's
yeah.
paying? Who's
Well,
paying
that's
money?
true. They're not around anymore.
So
yeah.
then they had another big announcement for it was Cyberpunk 2077.
Are you guys crazy? What do you guys think about that? I'm
That's not-
dying to know.
Wait, is that an
It's
Xbox?
got Neo
Is that
in
an
it.
exclusive or not?
Not exclusive.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
No, but they felt like it was because they had
Yeah.
special guests.
Yeah, Mr. Keanu Reeves,
Do you
Yeah.
guys care about that
aka
game?
John Wick,
Yes,
aka
but-
Neo,
You care about it?
aka
Not really,
Johnny
I don't care.
Utah.
But it's
Oh!
like Keanu Reeves.
I do love Keanu
You know
Reeves,
what's-
though. I love Keanu Reeves.
All right.
I think it's a...
It's gonna be first person. You're gonna get it.
My
I'm not
gonna
fucking
love
with it.
My take on the game is I don't know a goddamn thing, and I've seen a lot of footage of it. I've seen a lot of gameplay.
Still know anything
I don't know.
about
It's like
know anything about
it's like Death Stranding. It's the same shit. I can see gameplay, fucking cinemas and all this shit. And I still don't know what the fuck's going on.
There's a lot.
But it
of-
looks cool. It looks
There's
nice.
a lot of fandom for this game.
It really is.
Yeah,
It is.
there is.
Full-load.
Keanu Reeves just like blew the top off that.
I love
For
Keanu.
CD Projekt Red, there's a lot of fan love for that, so they expect a good game out of it. From what I've seen and the trailers I've seen, and it's like a movie basically, but it looks really cool.
You're breathtaking.
Yeah, that's what Keanu said. If you didn't know, but I really wanted it to be third person. I really wish it was.
If it was third, I would definitely be taking a lot of peeks at it.
I'm intrigued though. I do want to see if it's. I've heard from behind the scenes stuff, and they are liking the game. And it's like I finally see something that actually looks like a game.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
There we
yeah.
go.
And
About
they were like,
time.
I think I can see where this can go.
Okay.
But maybe it might be a little overhyped to what it might end up being. But I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
Breathtaking.
I know you're gonna be excited about this one,
Uh-oh.
and of course you too. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot.
It looks pretty awesome, I must say.
Look
It
at
looks
these guys.
pretty
Look
freaking
at these
awesome.
guys.
You're off the
Let me-
screen.
Look at these guys. Yo,
Looks
come on, man.
Looks pretty
Come
awesome.
on.
Blocking
No,
guys.
now taking up the whole
Guys,
thing.
Guys are a
The
disaster.
gameplay looks a lot like Xenoverse, man. I was like, you know what? If you're gonna do 3D Dragon Ball, it's gonna be like that. And
This
at
is
first,
more like a movie though.
My only gripe is it's like,
only Goku.
yeah, not even that. It's like, dude,
The story.
we know the story.
That's true.
I don't know the
This is-
story.
This is literally the 20th time that you guys have been telling it, and yeah, we're still gonna buy it.
To add
It
to
still
that,
looks better than the show though.
to add to that, they've been telling that story for too many years. Everyone knows.
I don't know
For
it.
30 years.
Yeah. It's.
I don't.
Like,
It's
for
new to
game
me.
And in games,
That's like the
I-
origin story of Spider-Man. Same shit. Like you say, oh, Uncle Ben.
Can you believe
Sorry.
that?
Except for Batman. We know Batman's
Yeah.
parents were
His parents
killed.
died.
Come
What'd
on,
you say,
man.
I said, can you believe that this story is still new to me?
But you know,
are you serious?
I don't know that story at all.
Oh my god.
He's a monkey.
another
He's a monkey. That's what Jay gets from.
He's a
another
monkey.
gripe that I have is I hear it might not go past the Frieza saga.
Man, they
No,
need
it's not.
sequels.
It's
It's definitely not.
Frieza's the last boss.
This is
Yeah,
why I'm
probably.
disappointed
Mm,
in that game.
mm.
I think there's no need for it.
You know what? Part
I
of
don't
me,
think there's any need for that shit at all.
They
Part of
never
me
did
is-
it.
My second problem is it looks so fucking good. I'm like, this could have been Dragon Ball Z Sagas 2 so easily, and
Mhm.
y'all just completely just said, "No, I'm gonna make it a role-playing game about the same story that every Dragon Ball Z fan knows." Whack.
You know, yeah, I would like to see
Completely
sagas. I
whack.
would like to see them take another stab, like a refined sagas on the new modern system.
Or make up a story that we've never seen before. So
There you
people
go.
are interested. You know,
There
make
you
some
go.
shit up like Fist No Star made up a story with the same characters.
Yep.
Do something different.
Do GT.
Shadow of Mordor. Make up a
Make
second
up a
story.
fucking story.
Make up a character and make a story up.
Yeah.
They don't talk about GT as much as they need to.
Yo, they
need
act
to
like it never
fix
happened.
that.
They act like
they
they
do.
never-
No, it never happened.
It never
They-
happened.
GT.
It never happened.
Look at the camera with that face.
Look at his face. He was staring
That's the
at
thumbnail.
He was staring at
That's the
sticks.
thumbnail.
staring at sticks with the fucking with that face.
Yo, are you
Thumbnail.
serious right now?
You
That
want to
is
see
great.
something new? They gotta fix that.
No, they just no.
They gotta erase
No,
that
I
from
like,
history.
I
That's
like,
what they
I like
wanted.
how they addressed GT. It was a mistake.
It was a dream.
It was an alternate timeline.
Yeah, it's a dream. It's just what it was.
So they can do whatever they want in that
Not for
storyline.
nothing. The best thing that came out of GT was Super Saiyan 4. But Whatever.
But to go back to sagas, you know,
Now let's move on.
Nah, I want to hear more about sagas.
no. One quick thing. Omega Force guys, they want to make Dragon Ball. They said they would love to work with Dragon Ball. And I think
Omega
they would
Force.
make something.
Oh, that's like the
Toei
You mean the shooter for-
Tecmo.
The shooter for
Tecmo.
360?
No, man. the
Omega
guys
5?
who make Hyrule Warriors.
Oh, they want to do a Dragon
They
Ball.
want to do a Dragon
Oh,
Ball.
hell
shooter.
yes.
Oh, that would be sick.
Oh, hell yes.
That
Then you
would
have
be
my
sick.
attention.
I want Capcom to make
Actually,
Dragon Ball so
that-
I can finally have my Street Fighter Dragon Ball the way I want.
Dragon Ball Fighter Z is the way.
No, it's
That's
not.
a Capcom-esque
No,
Dragon
it's not.
Nah,
Because you
dude.
suck.
It's not.
Nah,
You
dude.
suck.
Well,
It's-
yeah.
All right.
Yo, Jake bought Dragon Ball thinking it was like Street Fighter.
No, I
Like
wanted,
that might be the funniest statement I've ever heard in my
I
life.
wanted it to be. It looked amazing though.
I wanted it.
Yo,
I bought it for y'all. Thanks for appreciating it.
Who plays it? I don't.
I don't play it.
The only fighter, the only
I
fighting,
messed
honestly, the only fighting game player would have been him.
Yeah, and he bought it for some garbage ass.
He don't even live here anymore.
All right, I fucked up.
He hasn't even shown us Mortal Kombat yet.
Yes, you will see Mortal Kombat. Oh God, when you guys see Mortal Kombat.
All right, moving on.
Wow.
So Dying Light 2, they announced Dying Light 2, which was a game they announced a
Oh.
couple of years back. Dying Light 2.
Oh, damn.
And
Dying
it
Light.
seems like a big game, like almost too big for what it is.
I've,
So
you
we'll
know,
see if it actually works out.
I've always wanted to play the first one.
Nah.
I've
No.
always wanted to play it.
Did you play it?
I did not play
I
it.
could have sworn you showed it. No.
No.
But you wouldn't like it. 'cause
Maybe you
it's-
played a video online one time.
You wouldn't like
Yeah,
it.
I've saw
Yeah,
some.
yeah,
I saw
okay.
some stuff about it.
It's first person.
Yeah.
It's
like,
first
fuck-
person, but
You
it's
wouldn't like
like
it because of that.
Fuck that shit.
it's like
But
Mirror's
it's zombie
Edge.
stuff.
It's crazy
It's like Mirror's
fast.
Edge with zombies.
But it's fast as shit.
And
Like,
I
you
love
gotta
Mirror's
climb,
Edge.
like, yeah, the fucking motherfuckers run.
I'd fuck with it.
It's like Walking Dead with parkour.
Yeah.
like walking
No,
with
because
trees.
these motherfuckers are fast. They're like top speed fucking run after you and shit.
They're like
Like,
World War Z
This
zombies.
was-
yes.
I
World War
don't
Z.
like that.
It's World War Z zombies, first person. You're trying to fucking get the fuck out of
I
there.
don't like
Quick.
Well, this one looks interesting because you
fucking
can
crazy.
choose like your path, whether you want to be on the good side or bad side
Right.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it has like
That
it's
looked
supposed
good.
to change how the game is played completely based on your decision.
Okay.
So I know they talked about it a long time, and now they're finally actually gonna maybe do it because they didn't really show much of it. But another one was Elden Ring. So
Elden
that's
what?
my thing.
I'm about to say that shit.
Elden Ring.
Yeah, so this is it's influenced by Dark Souls, and it's by George R.R. Martin,
Ah, yeah, that's the one they
AKA,
thought was
the
going to be
Game
Game
of
of Thrones.
the Game of Thrones guy. So
Mm.
it's interesting. I want to see what they're gonna do with that.
Me too. Me too.
So, and it's gonna be like high, like they got a budget,
yeah.
so that might be their. Everyone's waiting. I wanted to see if they would have like a
Gameplay
Bloodborne.
footage?
No, I wanted to see if they have a Bloodborne sequel.
Oh.
And everybody was waiting, but I think that might be for the new systems if they're gonna do
I
that.
still never played that, man.
So good.
Dark Souls.
Yeah, another guy.
Bloodborne.
Another guy.
Bloodborne, yeah.
I wanted to play that was this guy right here.
I have it downloaded on a PS4 one day.
Yeah, it's
I have it
part-
on
It's
the
gonna be
I
part of
same
the
here.
series.
Like, free.
Yeah,
I was like, oh shit,
I
free
have it
download.
free.
There's so
Download,
many
right?
games.
And I was like, oh shit,
I can't
I gotta
even.
play it.
Well, we played Salt and Sanctuary. That's pretty awesome.
Good game. Good game.
So Ori and the Will of the Wisp.
That's
That
your
game
game.
looks
It
beautiful.
is my game, definitely.
your game.
I've
That
been
game
waiting
looks
for that forever.
I'm tired of seeing it. Just come out with it.
That's
It
the
looks too
Unity
good.
engine.
It looks,
looks
too,
great.
It looks too good. It looks too good.
The Unity
thing-
engine, man.
It looks
Listen.
too good to be a game.
Listen, the trailer has been
Any
out.
game.
The trailer's been running nonstop for my job for a year and a half, and it looked done in the trailer. And now they show the same trailer. I'm like, they show more of the trailer, but they showed basically the same trailer. And I'm like,
Okay.
all right, is it coming out today? Say today. And it was like February 11, 2020.
Damn.
And I was like, is this going to be 18 players co-op? And you're not telling us what is the holdup on this game that is taking so long to
It's
do?
a hot
drawn.
minute.
It's drawn by hand. Let me stop that.
And
one person
Yeah,
shows like
No,
this.
there's
one
one person in
person.
the game. All they
No,
had, all they
I
had was
know.
that trailer.
I actually know.
Cuphead was done faster than this.
No,
that
well-
was drawn by hand.
It's
No, I know, it took a long time
the
to
Unity engine is an indie. It's like a third-party indie engine that
Mhm.
like anybody can. We can download it for free.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can actually make a game yourself.
So what
with
the
that
hell
engine.
though,
And this was made with the same engine, so I don't know how big the studio is. That
dude? It's Microsoft.
develop
They
it.
bought this for a long time.
no,
So,
who
it's
knows?
probably going to come out for the Switch, is what they're rumored to say.
That's awesome.
So it's probably coming to that
That would be dope.
because they
And they
have
could do it
they have a connection, man. Microsoft.
They do.
if
and,
they did Hellblade on the Switch and it looks fucking just as good as the fucking other consoles, then they can
that
do
came out
anything.
recently.
Seriously.
And-
Seriously.
And it could do
We're gonna finish
Grand Theft
up.
Auto 5.
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto.
Well, we're gonna finish up on the Xbox thing real quick, so we got some more stuff. Microsoft Flight Simulator. People
Moving
excited
on,
about
moving on,
that.
moving on.
No,
People
no,
are
honestly,
excited about it.
honestly,
Moving on.
Who's excited about this?
It looks amazing.
That looked real.
Moving
It
on.
did.
Did it not look real?
Gives a shit.
I wanted we wanted it to be Grand
I'm not a
Theft.
pilot. Man.
We wanted it to be Grand Theft though.
Good fuck.
Imagine if
Yo,
Grand Theft
yo,
was
Fred
like
would play
that.
that though.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Frank will play
He
that.
plays shit like, oh shit, I'm
In
working.
real life, he's like, nah, this is too fake.
I'm at work.
No, you'd be like, nah, it's too real. I don't want to think about work right now.
And Star Wars, Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker saga,
Yeah, all 9
which is
films.
all 9 movies in one.
Damn.
Like, how you gonna do that?
6 of the games are already made.
They're always good.
Is
though.
it gonna be the same games or are they
Probably.
combining them?
Yeah, no, it'll be the same.
Oh man.
It's gonna be the same shit. It's
Is
probably
this gonna be a
the-
collection?
the
Or is
easy
it gonna
one.
be all intertwined into one story?
It's gonna be probably gonna take the old games, the 6 that are already out, and take the 3 new ones.
Episodic.
And make it one game. Yeah, it's like
Episodic.
It's
They'll
gonna
make
be,
it
Oh,
episodic.
I don't know. Kind of look like a new game. We'll find out, I guess. I'm
the
not gonna play it.
graphics. I'll do some nice things about
Remember we
it.
used to play those?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, remember we did.
They're always fun, though.
They're
The last one we played
They're
was
always-
so good.
They're always fun.
Indiana
man.
Jones? Was that the last
The Batman one?
Clone Wars, I think.
Nah, the
it
Bat-
was.
Clone Wars
we
the
didn't
last one
finish,
we
but
played.
they were doing
Really?
some cool things. The dynamic split screen, it was awesome.
It would change.
I like the.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
It's really, really good. I mean, but I got no time playing them shits.
Then we talked
They're all
about
fun.
Fantasy Star Online 2, which was a surprise.
Yeah, buddy.
There's a bunch of stuff.
Boo
on
Sega Xbox exclusive.
there. What's so bad about
What's
that?
exclusive?
hating.
Why don't you just buy it?
Boo.
You act like you don't have the system.
I do.
Actually, you
I
don't.
I'm gonna buy it.
Actually, yeah, you don't have this.
I don't have this.
That's not-
Boo.
Yo, you
You
see
don't-
what
you
I
don't
gotta
have
put up
Xbox,
with?
right?
Microsoft.
What do you
help
got to
me.
say about State of Decay 2, Heartland?
You know what's messed up?
That was
I
dope.
was today. I went to go download it, but I forgot that when I bought the game, the only thing that's free are the 2 things that they announced.
Oh, it cost?
So I have to pay $10, which isn't terrible.
$10 isn't
But it's
terrible.
basically
DLC, that's not bad.
it's a story based on the first game, the location, the map of the first game, on what happened over in that town, and you can play as 2 different characters who have a sub character with them, and you figure out what happened over there and what happened to the characters that were in the first game, which is cool because they have a little undertone of like a little hint of a story that you kind of care about a little bit. Like I personally don't really give a shit, but it's not so. The game isn't so story driven. They just have like missions that are kind of to me are just like, hey, just if you want to play through a campaign, you play through a campaign. But yeah, I was interested, and I didn't pay it yet, but I'm going to.
Sure you will.
But it's cool. It's cool. I'm glad that they're keeping State of Decay 2 going.
How much is it, by the way?
The game?
Yeah.
I believe
Right
it was
now.
30.
It was originally 30.
$30 originally.
It's probably 20.
What about now?
Probably less, but
I think it's still 30, but it's
nowadays
probably
we
20
pay
at some point.
$65 for a fucking game. So I mean, 10
Well,
extra
That's not
dollars.
bad.
These
It's
days
free
we
on
play-
Game Pass, though.
Yeah.
We play $65 for
Damn,
incomplete
man.
games that aren't
Fucking
as
Game
long as
Pass.
State of Decay.
Exactly. So
What's funny is that the $10 for Game Pass, it's free on Game Pass.
really,
Really?
yeah, yep.
Yeah.
That makes
So
sense.
if I get a Game Pass subscription,
All of it's free, yeah.
oh, really?
Yeah.
I liked it
all
though.
Microsoft.
It looked cool.
That's fucking dope.
I'm glad they announced State of Decay 3. I don't think we're ready for that right now.
Not yet.
I'm not ready
Not
for
yet.
that. And they give me another year and a half, and then I'll.
They need to bank as much as they can off this.
Seriously,
No, they do.
deadass.
And another one was Tales of Arise was a leak that they had earlier.
Yeah, buddy.
What do you guys think of that?
Looks great.
Beautiful.
Fire.
Looks really, really great.
I'm a little wishy-washy on it.
Because you're a hater.
No, not that. No,
I
because it's
just
such a
never played.
departure. It's such a departure from what Tales games look like. It looks more like a Final Fantasy. I mean, it looks like a new generation game. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
But
want
it
the
just
more
has
real-
no anime type look to it at all.
They're going more towards real. You're talking
Yeah,
about. Okay.
I'm sure the game will be fine.
I've
but
never
it was
played-
just
I
weird.
thought the
I've never played any of the
character
Tales
was
games.
anime.
Me neither.
Yeah, when they showed the actual characters and shit, I thought it was. still
I
like
got
that
the
thing.
anime feel of it.
Not as cell shady as Berseria, but
I had a certain design. Like if you had like Street Fighter turn into Mortal Kombat overnight, I'd be
Ugh.
like, what happened?
Yeah.
But
It's kinda like
to
that.
counter that, Tales has always been like that. Look at Tales 1, 2D side scrolling. They all got big ass heads, and then you go to like
No,
Tales
it
of
evolved.
Tales of Symphonia with the thick ink outlines that they looked all cutesy, and then the sequel to that they looked more like adult. Then you go to like what's the one that we liked that was on
Vesperia.
Vesperia.
Yeah.
That one probably is the best looking
I
one.
think it was the best looking one.
Yeah, so like the
It
design,
looked like anime though.
Yeah, the design's always kind of different style.
I'm
but,
curious. I just
yeah.
didn't get a Tales vibe from it.
Yeah,
I'm curious to see what it's like though.
But
That's
it-
like the first one made
yeah.
for these systems, though,
Yes,
right?
it looks like it looks like the first.
Actually,
one made
yeah.
from the ground up for Fantasy. Yeah,
And it's
all
late
the-
as hell.
Not for me and Kev. We're 4 behind.
Damn.
Damn.
We're 4 behind, man.
Damn, man.
We are.
They're
we
How
long
are.
many?
games.
How many of them?
Abyss.
Oh, there's a ton.
We're almost done with Abyss, which is PS2.
Over
That's PS2
15?
era.
Never played Zesteria.
Bizarre. Bars?
Berseria.
Berseria we never
Berseria.
played.
Hysteria, haven't played.
And Zillia
Hysteria.
too.
No.
And, well, on
No
Zillia
idea.
too.
If this was a quiz, we would fail. Me and Chalk would fail the shit
Yeah,
out of
I'm
this,
like,
man. I don't know
Tales
what
of
the fuck.
Well, that's
any of
why.
these are.
That's why I'm talking to Kev.
We never played. We never played.
I'd be like Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah. Tales from the Crypt.
Especially, you can't ask Chalk. He just saw the trailer for E3 today.
Damn.
The trailer. Yeah, that's right. For
That's
E3.
right. That is
There's
true.
no trailer for
Free
E3.
trailer.
For the Nintendo. It's a recap. Same shit. Trailer. Whatever.
We're gonna get to that. But Xbox was the only thing that showed a bunch of indie titles, which is surprising. I'm guessing they'll show that later on after
Because they
like
bought so many
all
damn
the hype.
studios.
the one I was interested in. I mean, there was another one that looked like paper. I don't remember the name
Was
of it.
that the one I was,
The one that
I was
looked like
looking
a
at?
drawing, and I didn't know what the hell was going on, like a platform RPG.
Oh, it was like a pencil drawing,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, that was
Yeah.
weird.
I don't remember the name of that one, but one that caught my eye was 12 minutes. I think I'm gonna play that.
That
Because
Whoa,
it
crazy.
no, that
That looked good.
That looked
No,
crazy.
that
it was like
was-
overhead, weird camera, but I was
Yeah.
like, that's a good premise. so
that
I'm
caught
gonna
us
play it.
off. That caught us off guard at first.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
wait. Oh, there's different like ways you
Things
could
are
approach
happening,
the
yeah.
scenario. I'm like, I want to. I won't play it because that's not my thing. But I want to watch
Yeah.
him play it.
Yeah.
When I first saw it, I was
I
like,
wanna
"This looks- what's
Jay play
happening here? What's happening? I want to watch
I
this people
like-
from here." And then I saw things change, and I was like, "I can do 12 minutes a
That's
bunch of times."
That's a slick premise. I like what they did there. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it reminded me of PT, the way they had that
Yeah.
room. They had, like
Yeah.
a genius thing about that. I want to see if this is a genius thing
Straight
about
12
12 minutes.
minutes. That's easy. Different
Yeah.
scenario. You know, that's
Yeah,
good.
man.
Oh, yeah.
Changing it up.
Yeah.
But the last thing we'll talk about from the Xbox thing, I know we're missing some games, but it's fine. It's fine. We can talk about it in the comments.
Yes. For real. For
Fuck
real.
with the comments, yeah.
So obviously we're gonna have someone talk about it. So Halo Infinite, you're waiting. I know. You can go now.
Oh no.
And then you can go home.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
So
See-
first
you
of
see-
all,
you see what I got
Yeah, what's going on with Halo?
before you talk about the game, what was it announced for? Then we can talk about that.
It was announced for Project Scarlet,
Yes.
aka the new Xbox system
Yes.
that's coming out holiday 2020.
Yes.
So I'm gonna have to be the guinea pig and get the new Xbox system
That's
to
all you
play
do.
Halo.
In a year
They
and a
did
half
say it's
from
still
now.
coming out for the. They did say it's still coming out for the X, I believe.
What?
For the X and the S, but not the same. Obviously, it's gonna look better on the new one.
Chalk is
That's
not
a
gonna,
waste
he's
of my
gonna get it
time.
from the Scarlet.
So what?
You're gonna get it from the for the Scarlet.
From the SCART.
He tried to say something slick.
Fucked it off.
You're gonna get it from the scarf.
You're
You're gonna get it from the scarf.
Tried so hard.
Okay.
But yeah, Project Scarlet's looking pretty good.
They didn't say a
Um,
price yet, right? Did
No, not yet.
No, I'll probably
Yeah.
get it
they?
regardless.
It's
No,
gonna
we
be-
know you can.
I'm a guinea pig.
Ah.
It's gonna be backwards compatible, all 4 generations of Xbox
true.
games.
Yep.
That's
which
good.
is
That's actually
That's
beautiful thing.
that's a good
that's a
thing.
smart thing.
Finally,
It's gonna be all cloud based.
finally.
They said it's actually gonna have a disc though.
Can
But
I
you know
play
what, though?
my original Xbox
Yeah, I need.
on there?
I need
Yeah.
to be able to play my
Brute
original
force?
As they
game.
said.
Here's the only.
Bullshit.
Here's my only gripe with this.
Everything.
Well, everything that they said about the Xbox, they said the exact same thing with PS5.
Yeah.
That's
So
what
they-
they
What are you
do.
gonna get?
It's like I was like,
It has to,
alright.
though.
Listen.
So it wasn't a
take-
surprise.
all
They
they
just-
do, honestly, PS5 and Xbox take different paths to the same end.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was just
That's all they do.
Because technology only goes a certain way.
Yeah.
PlayStation got there first.
One guy can't get there and be like,
Yeah, you're right.
I want to do it this way. No, the same chipset, man. It's the
Yeah.
same.
No, I was like, all right,
These are the chips.
I've heard
But-
this before.
I want to see how this non-loading thing works.
That's
Yeah.
no, for
Yeah.
real.
'Cause that's gonna change
That's
a lot.
that's gonna
That's
change.
what I want to see.
See, you know how like we were saying before, like the last generation and the Xbox 360 to Xbox One, the graphical change it hasn't really made that much of a jump. But I think the next generation, the big difference is going to be the loading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Loading screen, not having fucking loading screens.
They messed
That
up,
is
though.
crazy.
They said
Yeah,
And when you saw
Fucking
the
game,
Spider-Man,
Because there are games that you could legit.
18 seconds loading on
Yeah.
the regular game
and then
on a powerful PS4 Pro, and then they had it on the fucking PS5, and that shit was less,
didn't
not
load.
even a second.
It
It,
didn't
was
load.
literally like,
but wait till
Okay,
they get
there you
games
go.
big enough to use on a new system. It's gonna take the same amount of time.
well, we don't know. We don't know.
This guy, he knows. He knows.
But
I know.
but they said something that was funny. They said the SSD is gonna run off of the solid state drive, and I was like, the
SSD is a
the
solid
SSD
state
gonna
drive.
run off the solid state drive.
Yeah,
huh?
that is
So
a
the solid
solid
state drive is gonna ride off the solid state drive. You sure you want to say that?
What is it?
The
Inception.
solid snake drive.
It's
Not solid.
What?
not
Oh
solid.
my gosh.
Really?
he didn't even get the joke.
sorry.
Wow.
I got the joke. No, yeah, it's like the
Wow.
SSD is the same thing as solid state drive. But solid state.
Okay, okay, what? Are you drunk? What's going on?
What are you folks?
What is happening? Your butt's pouring beer?
I drink it real fast.
Way to derail the podcast already.
So,
Wow.
Sorry, keep going.
how did the game look? Because I saw it and it looked freaking smooth. And if new games are gonna look that smooth, I'm all for it.
All right, listen. I'm gonna start it off by saying like, the trailer looked amazing, and if
It
that's
ran really good.
if that's gameplay footage,
If it's even close to that, they said 120. They said they can do 120 frames.
That's why I saw that. I was like,
I'm
yo,
with it.
what does it look like?
No, that game it's gonna look beautiful.
Could
but,
humans even see it?
But I.
Kev, you're not human, so
The
can
game-
monkeys really see
In
it?
like 5 minutes, we're
That
cutting this
trailer-
mic.
That trailer looked amazing, but I wanted gameplay. That was
Yeah,
the
they're
one.
not ready yet.
That was the one thing that kind
not
of
ready.
disappointed me because.
Got me charged though. I was like, "Where's Cortana?" And then he went down. He's like, "Oh,"
Oh,
and then so I was like,
yeah, that hurt.
"I'm not even a Halo guy," and I was like, "Oh,
That hit me in my chest. That hit me in my chest. Wait, what? What you got something to say?
Sorry.
You got something to say?
100.
What? I don't know.
Yeah.
There's room for haters and love too."
Nobody
You don't-
cares.
No, there's mad hate. See, that can't
I
even.
don't
I can't
care.
even word in edgewise.
Listen, they're
But
bringing
yeah.
multiplayer back. Local co-op.
Yes.
There's not much they're doing
Four-player
wrong with
co-op.
this right now.
Actually, all
Four-player
right,
co-op.
all right. I'll give it to Halo. They do stick with the fucking local co-op.
No, they didn't. Not the last.
No,
game.
not the last
They
one.
got
Not the last
destroyed
one.
because of that.
Wow, the third one. Did.
And the sad part is like, the last game you literally had 4 people with you at all times.
Yep, and they didn't have
In
like
your party. 4 people in your party at all times.
That's fucked up.
Wow.
I stopped
Really?
playing Halo a while ago, man.
Yeah.
I didn't even
But
play
it
last
was,
time.
but I mean, you could play online, but
When they had that Spartan expansion,
I played
stopped
3.
playing.
That was
which
it.
one?
The Spartan
That was the
one.
only Halo
The
game I
Spartan
played.
expansion.
Yeah, it's like a side story one, and I was
Halo
like, nah,
LSD.
man.
You're talking about Halo Reach?
No, before that.
Halo 3 OSD.
Oh, the
or something.
ODST.
Yes.
ODST, yeah.
I stopped there. So
Yo, that
nothing
game
after.
was hard.
Didn't play.
But
that.
Halo Reach was amazing.
Arbor.
You need to jump back on.
Albert,
Arbor.
that pissed me off.
But yeah, I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm gonna play it.
It's not even a question.
I'm gonna play it.
And I'm gonna stream it, and you guys are gonna love it.
I will try. I will try and be on there. So that's the Xbox thing. I was impressed with Xbox.
I
With their
thought they
presentation.
did good.
I think they did a
Yeah,
very
I thought
good
it was
job.
good.
Very good job. They had
I
nothing
hate
but
on the
games.
Xbox all the time, but I thought it was good.
I mean, they had their little
For them.
PC part. And I was like, whatever. I don't care about PC. You
They
know.
had what they had.
But they, the games. I'm looking forward to them. And plus, they still have more games. All the stuff. The thing
Let's
that pissed
Dance.
me off about E3 the most was 2020. I swear,
Yeah, that's the
everything
magic
was
number.
2020.
That's the magic number.
There's maybe 2 games this year. I'm looking forward to 2 games this year.
Well, I mean, that's okay. It'll give us time to catch up with whatever we have backlogged.
Yeah,
For real. For
You
real.
know?
but I was impressed.
Overall, I mean, it was great that Microsoft had so many games, but I wanted more game. I expected more from Gears 5 and Halo. That's just me. I'm greedy.
They don't want to ruin it, man. You're gonna
Because-
see so much of it before it comes out.
Because
It's
those
ridiculous.
those 2 games are those are their grand slams, and I just wanted to see.
I mean, they had Battletoads. They thought they had it on lock right
Remember Battletoads?
Better than last year?
Did anybody
Yes.
show? Yeah,
They started with the pause screen. It was like,
yeah, it's bad.
so that's all they had to do.
Yo, the minute, not for nothing, that Battletoads trailer was so dope because they started with that. I heard the beat. I was like,
It's the way it started. It's the way it
yeah,
started.
man.
I was
So
like,
then Bethesda was next. What did you expect from them? Did you expect anything from them?
No,
Really?
nothing.
Skyrim 6 coming out later.
Yeah,
Not.
Elder
not happening.
Scrolls, sorry, but it's just Skyrim 2.
It's not Skyrim.
yeah.
So they announced some stuff from that. They announced
Scrim.
some online stuff.
I didn't expect much from.
You didn't
from
expect
Bethesda.
an Evil Within?
No, I didn't. I thought it was I actually thought it was too soon.
So they announced this one game. The title I forget what it is right now, but they made it some Tokyo. Sorry, we're not professional here. But the people who made your game, Evil Within, made that game. So that long trailer we saw that just had a bunch of ghosts around and they were like haunting everything and it looked weird, like a lot of spirit stuff. That looks interesting, but I don't know what type of game it is. If it's gonna be like a survival horror game or anything like that. But it makes me think that it might be a third.
Ghostwire,
like,
right?
Was it
Ghostwire, maybe.
Tokyo?
Ghostwire Tokyo. Yeah.
Yes, Ghostwire Tokyo. So that looked interesting, but it was just a trailer, which kind of was okay. But I'm looking forward to it. I want to see what it's about. And what else did they have? They had
Doom.
Doom was their big thing.
Yeah.
But they had some stuff beforehand. Doom Eternal was what they
Fallout
announced.
76.
They announced. So let me talk
Fallout
about. Let's talk about the
76.
crowd. Let's talk about the crowd there.
I feel like the crowd was kind of dead.
I feel like the crowd was kind of paid off. Yo, dude, when they announced Fallout 76 content, there was people in the crowd crying. Like it was Michael Jackson on stage.
They bugging.
I was like,
They
wait,
bugging, they
I know
bugging.
they got a fan base, but
They bugging.
crying?
They bugging.
They're probably crying
game-
because they still have to play Fallout 76.
They're trying to resurrect it, and they were so ambitious about saying, "Oh, we now have NPCs." I was like, "That's what's gonna make
No, they
this the
honestly
game."
wasn't-
Non-playable characters are now back.
Yeah, they
Hopefully,
were, there was nothing really.
there was a guy
No,
in the crowd who was
anything.
like just screaming every time they said something, like, "Oh my
We heard
god!"
him, we heard him,
every
yeah,
time,
yeah,
and then he would
yeah.
get the crowd hyped.
No.
So they're like, sound like he was paid off.
He's
Nah,
a plant. He planted him.
Yeah, he was an MC.
Oh God!
They planted him in the.
Yes.
They paid him handsome.
It was probably kept. He was there.
I wonder if they paid me, man. They paid me.
So they announced a bunch of stuff for that. More power to them. Whatever. Maybe it'll save it. Oh, did they announce stuff from? Sorry to go back to EA, but they did. They did announce stuff for Anthem. I'm sorry.
Did we care?
I must have been.
I
just wanted to know.
didn't even notice that shit.
I just wanted to know if they were trying to say.
I don't know. I didn't even notice.
I don't know if anyone cared.
I don't think anybody noticed
I don't
or
know.
cared.
I'm
So
not.
back
I'm not
to-
buying Anthem till it's $20.
Less than that. $10, man.
$5.
Bargain bin.
It was free.
Bargain.
I got Metro instead.
My
So-
man.
But
Yeah.
so they announced the big thing that they announced was Doom, and that looked exciting.
That looked good.
Doom looks fire.
It looks real good. I'm not a Doom guy, but I know you are.
Alan.
Fuck, man.
Alvin.
That's,
And it looks like I would like it.
that's an awesome fucking game.
because it's just action.
It's literally, it's like,
It's just
all right,
action.
the
You don't
best way I
hide.
could describe the game is John Wick.
Yeah,
The
basically.
movie is all action. There's no story. The story is thin. It's a thin fucking, it's meathead action.
You gotta go to
the
hell
whole
and fight
time.
demons.
And it's fucking gratifying. It's fun as shit.
From what they showed, it looked crazy.
Oh,
They
I
showed
can't
some,
wait
They
for
showed
that.
some end-game stuff, and they
That
showed you
looked
fight a
dope.
boss. Looked pretty dope.
Doom Eternal.
Yeah, we're not gonna
I'm
spend all
telling
day talking about Bethesda though. So I mean, their thing was forgettable.
Yeah.
Besides the
it
Doom
wasn't
stuff.
anything.
So
worth
No.
even.
But the
No, but that looked
Bethesda,
dope.
you know?
what were they?
What was that, Kevin? What was it called?
It's
Bethesda?
tough. Bethesda.
Yeah,
It's
place your Bethesda
Bethesda.
on them.
It sounds like a stutter.
Bethesda.
Everyone, place your bets.
Their name itself sounds like a list.
Bethesda.
You should say it perfectly then.
Bethesda.
So Square was next. They took over where Sony was supposed to be, and everyone's super excited about what they have to say.
Yeah.
So
Not
they
really.
had a lot of. All right, let me just tell you, Square is the king of remasters right now.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about that. I don't know. It was not exciting to me to hear so many remasters. But let's start with what people are excited about. Final Fantasy VII Remake. So they kicked off. They kicked
Oh
over
my
that.
God.
I know this is what you want to hear. This is if you're watching the ED thing. This is what you want to
Oh.
hear right now. So
Oh,
you know you can just start.
it hurts.
So
It hurts.
so they started with it. They said continue or new game
That was so fire.
or
Oh.
remake.
That was fire.
That was pretty dope. That was
Oh
pretty dope.
man, that was
That was
good.
so
And-
fire.
And they went into, you know, they showed Cloud again, and I was like, he looks a little different. I barely noticed any changes that they do to this thing because they've showed this trailer before, like the beginning part. And I was like, the hair looks different, the character looks a little different, he looks a little cooler, and I didn't think they could make him look cooler. So I was like, oh, good job on that redesign because I thought they was gonna mess it up. So then they said, what you want to hear is the gameplay. We know you want to know what we did to this. So they went right into the game and they showed him playing it, and it was straight up like an action game, which is I'm still iffy about, but they did explain why I would be excited now. So it's not just hack and slash. You can hit the button and he will move his sword, and you can run around and you can block on the fly, which is cool. And I was like, what about your other characters? I want to know how you control them. So then they went and said they had active time battle still, and I was like, thank you,
That's what made it.
thank you,
That's what sold it.
because I would have wanted
I'm buying it.
like on our thing. And we said that we wanted it to have two choices, to either be active time battle or run around and fight. just in case you want to play it the old school way.
Yeah.
They kind of have it in the middle.
Yeah.
So I think I can get used to that
I have
because
the
you can
medium.
pause and then switch a guy and then pick for him and then switch to the guy and pick to them and then you see it act out after you do it.
Yep.
And it like slows it down.
You
It's
slow,
Matrix.
yeah, you do a slow mo.
Which
It's
is
almost
cool.
like they listen to the podcast.
Yeah, we're the only ones.
I wonder if they listen
We
to
were
that.
the only ones. The only ones.
So that looked cool. I was very excited for that.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. And they showed you could put materia in the sword.
Yeah, and they
I was
show-
like,
and
wait,
they,
you
and
see
they
it?
active. Yeah,
you can
yeah,
see the changes in the stuff.
Yeah, that should look dope.
So
It's
much
dope.
detail. It's ridiculous.
Wow.
And it's all you can ask for. But then they said they said they're gonna split into 2 discs or 2 stories or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. I thought it would be more than that, but 2 is okay. But from what you've shown, it's only the beginning of the first disc.
I think, if I remember correctly, they specifically said what's coming out is only going to take place in Midgard.
The first part.
Yeah.
The first part is only gonna be there.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's a lot more.
Yeah,
I don't
and
know
it's
how
gonna
they're
be-
gonna fit that much in the second part.
It's going to be 2 Blu-rays full.
Yeah, that's what they said. They said 2 Blu-rays.
Damn.
And I was like,
I
how
can't-
much are you gonna actually fit? Because you're outside of this
Yeah.
factory in the other thing. That's way bigger.
Yeah,
Oh.
I mean, it's going to take place in the city.
I
Like,
can't wait to see a summon. Just
Yeah.
one.
Oh my God. Oh my
I
God.
can't wait.
It's gonna
I
be-
can't fucking wait.
It's gonna
man.
blow
That's-
your mother
Yo,
mind.
you're probably
bro.
gonna just jizz
So-
in your pants when you watch it. You'll be like,
Yeah,
I was just saying, like, I don't even know if I can take it. Be like, oh,
It's the end of the game.
God, they're
probably
gonna be like, yo, do you want to pause? right
Somebody's
now?
gonna have a heart attack. It's gonna be the end of
yeah,
his life.
yeah.
They waited for so long. They'll be like,
No, for real. That's
You're probably gonna see the Bahamut summon, and you're just gonna start crying like this.
yeah.
now wait till they see Knights of the Round. It's gonna be ridiculous.
Oh,
Oh.
that rounds are crazy.
Oh,
But
the remix of Sephiroth's
oh
the
my
song?
gosh.
Ooh.
So all right,
Ooh.
we're talking about everything that we loved about it.
Yeah.
I'll talk about a few things I disliked about it.
Okay.
So it wasn't all perfect.
Hating that.
Heading out.
Hating that first
No, tell me,
Come
tell
on,
me,
man.
Tell me
You
if you
can't
agree.
just
Tell me if you
appreciate
agree. Tell me if you agree.
That's true.
So the boss battle they showed, huge epic battle, right?
Mhm.
It was astonishing. They showed everything there. I don't think they needed to show that whole thing. They should have showed jump down, show them dodge behind the thing, and do some combos on it. They didn't have to show the entire fight because that's a huge moment.
So is that like
Well,
a problem with the game or
no.
the presentation?
No, the
Yeah.
presentation,
Oh,
not the
okay.
game.
Oh,
The
okay.
presentation. The game
Yeah.
is great.
Oh,
the game
okay.
is great. The presentation, I think they spent too much time on that one thing because I was like, all right, we got it.
Yo,
He's fighting.
They shouldn't. Show,
you know how long?
They shouldn't show the entire.
They didn't need
like,
the whole thing.
part of
Yeah.
something because it's
Because
just.
it's taking the excitement out of when I play it.
Yeah.
The
However,
first thing I see, I'm
I
gonna
agree
see
with
it.
that. I agree with that.
However, it is a remake, so you don't know what they're gonna take the liberty of changing in
But
the
they
actual
showed, they
game.
elaborated so much on that. And it's
Again,
fine.
They
but-
they did the same with Resident Evil 2 remake.
Oh, I
Where
know.
it's like,
They showed
all
the
right,
whole part.
well, they show this, and
They
it's
didn't
like,
ruin anything.
but when you play the game, they actually added some stuff.
No, I
If
know.
you play the game, you see that they added shit. So you don't
course.
know if they're gonna add something to the actual game.
Well, that's probably going
As
to be a
far as-
demo. That's the rumor that there is going to be a demo for it from
Right.
E3. And that's probably part of it.
Right.
So they didn't have a
Yeah,
problem
so
showing
it's
that
not
whole
gonna
thing.
ruin anything.
But they announced the cool part. They said, when are we going to see what Tifa looks like and the other characters? And they're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Not yet. Not yet. And they were like, not yet. Not today, right?
Then like,
And then like, 10 minutes later,
Yeah.
boom, she
Yeah,
pops
yeah.
up. And I was like,
Yeah.
that's when I first was like, oh, shit. Oh, no. They're showing more. I was waiting so much for them to show something else
she
other than
looks
that beginning.
badass.
And
Yeah.
she was fighting. She was
No,
doing the blitz
she
stuff.
did all her moves.
And I
man.
was like, she's actually fighting. Because in the other game, she was like,
yeah,
it looks
yeah,
corny.
yeah.
But she was doing flips and all this crazy stuff. I was like, yo, she looks crazy.
Yup.
That's awesome.
And then they showed Ares fighting and stuff. And they showed them all
Man.
together fighting. I was like, that looks pretty freaking
It's
Let
like
me
you're
ask you a
playing. It's like you're playing through Final Fantasy Advent Children.
Yeah,
Let me
but
ask-
better.
Yeah.
Now, who would
Yeah.
think? Who would think that the
Yeah.
game would look better than having children?
Seriously.
You know
Let's
how
not go that far.
I'm downloading it today on the Switch.
How many episodes do you think before
Downloaded
they
what?
show they reveal
Oh, man, that's
Vincent?
the original.
I don't
He's
know.
probably not in the game. I
No,
don't
he's in
know
the
if he's
game.
the
Stop.
Come on,
They
man.
can't.
Stop with the negativity, man.
Vincent.
Stop it.
Wait.
Vincent's in the game.
He's
No,
in the
but-
fucking
But
game.
hold
But hold
he
on,
was a
but
bonus character.
If what they're releasing
He's in
is only taking place in Midgard so far,
Mhm.
then Vincent wouldn't be in that part.
But that's
Vincent
why I
and
was-
Yuffie probably not.
That's why I said, how long do you think it would take
Mm.
until the fucking episode comes
He'll
in?
be in it.
He would be in the next one
They have to be in.
because
He has
I'm
to be.
sure people like Square's already getting complaints about where's Vincent.
Yeah, exactly.
Vincent?
You
And-
know
Yeah.
how vocal the fans
Yo,
are.
Red
He's
30.
gonna
Come
be in
on,
the
man.
game.
Will he have a story though, or will he be silent and just sit in the background?
So,
He has to be silent.
Nah,
He has to be silent.
Nah, he has to have.
You gotta
He
have
didn't say
some
shit
story.
in the fucking.
They made a side story about him. He's gotta
Yeah, but he
have a
didn't say
story.
shit.
Well, they changed how the story is told. Everybody's sitting there and they're talking. Like the story is different.
he's a fucking ninja, man. He's
But-
a
Another complaint.
assassin. What?
Then we'll move on. 'Cause
Vampire.
we don't want to talk about Final Fantasy all day. Although
Sorry.
you might like that. But when they brought out Sephiroth, I was like, oh, there's Sephiroth. There's Sephiroth. Like they didn't. There was no fanfare. I was
No,
like, oh,
no.
he's just there.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that.
You know how you
have
want
to
to see
disagree with you.
Sephiroth though.
Cause you were pissed. Cause I was with you when we saw it.
Mhm.
And
It was
you
so
were,
fast.
This guy was pissed because Sephiroth didn't come out through the flames
Yes.
like in the original game.
Exactly.
And I was like,
You gotta wait. There could be a cutscene.
no,
I
he's
said-
gonna do it. But when they brought him out,
I
you know, it's
said-
like, oh, there's Sephiroth.
I said,
The
but
real
then-
expectations.
this guy is
the
hating already.
expectations going
I like-
high.
No, let me
he's in
explain.
the game.
No, let me explain. Let me explain.
He was awesome. It looked
2
so.
seconds before that, they played the Sephiroth music, but they didn't show him.
All right.
And then they just showed him like, oh, here you go. I'm right here. I'm like,
Yeah.
no, you don't do that.
No, man.
When you have the intro.
So it's an intro. So it's a problem with the presentation, not the actual.
all the present. It's all about the presentation, how they show.
Yes.
But I had no problems with it because I was like, oh shit, Sephiroth, this is the shit.
I think either way, it's not gonna, it's not hurting the game.
No, it's
That's
not gonna
like-
break the
Like I'm
game.
buying it.
I think if Smash Brothers they
We're all
showed
gonna
fucking they didn't show
If they popped out, if they had not zero, motherfucker just came out and said like this, I'm like, I think
Does it fucking matter? He's in the fucking game.
They could have presented
Exactly.
him a better way.
Yeah.
How they do their own little Smash trailers and shit like that.
Exactly.
But like,
Last
Exactly.
complaint.
I don't get
Okay.
it.
That's me. You'll agree with this one.
Okay.
We'll agree with this
Oh,
one.
agree.
Yeah. So people are so hyped about this game. They're so hyped about Final Fantasy VII. And these characters that they have announced are amazing. They always forget that there are characters in this game that will look hard. I'm hoping they change designs because there are characters in this game that look stupid as hell and are bad in your squad.
Kate Sith.
Kate Sith
Kate
is
Sith,
terrible.
yeah. Kate
He's
Sith
part
is
of this game, you know. And the Red 7 or
Red
Red
13?
13.
Red
Red
13 was
13
No,
is
no,
cool.
no, no.
Look at- I want to see if they make him cool.
No, I
he
think
can be cool.
to be 100% honest, I think they will make him look fucking crazy.
He's
You know,
gonna
you know
look
the
cool.
other one that I always have a problem with.
Yuffie?
I always have a problem with her.
They have to
Yuffie?
make
I
these
always have a
characters
problem
cool.
with her
yeah.
design.
Yeah.
I
She was
think
like a ninja thief.
But
It's like
she's not a ninja, though.
She's like a fake corny thief
She's
that
like a girl
has
scout.
to have a thong hanging out. It's like the corniest design. Like
Well,
it's,
that was back in the '90s when it was cool.
Lita.
Yeah,
Man, come on.
Why?
that's all the chicks had.
But those 3 characters in the end part of the game are kind of garbage to me compared to the characters that they have now.
Yeah.
So I want to see
I
how
want to see how
that
Sid's gonna
extra part of the game looks.
Barrett, man.
I think the designs are going to
Barrett
be
looks
cool.
good. Barrett
Barrett,
looks really good.
I
Looks
have
good.
to
Barrett
say-
looks so dope.
He looks
If
dope.
they listen,
So
if they make Cat Sith into something that's not a marshmallow, I'll be very cool with it.
Damn.
Make him into like a cyborg type
No, his
looking
design's bad.
thing. I don't want him to be like a stuffed animal.
stuffed
man.
Yo,
Like have that as a secondary part.
real quick. This says I still love the game. I'm probably gonna buy
You're
this.
gonna
shit.
get it.
Definitely gonna
You're
get.
gonna
This.
get. Everyone's getting it.
It's
I'm
my
not-
first. It's my first RPG that I ever bought
I'm not getting
for the
it.
PlayStation.
You
1.
were late.
I was. I never played RPGs before.
Fancy Star.
Nah, man. I never played RPGs before.
Late.
Motherfucker.
Let him finish, man.
Dragon Warrior.
Barrett's voice, the voice actor that chose
They
Barrett's
play
voice.
better stuff.
I was like thinking to myself, like, damn, you know, it would be dope if they could get Will Smith to play to do Barrett's voice. That would be fucking
You
dope.
with the genie?
Imagine if that. No, fuck the genie. Man.
That's the
Fuck
genie,
that
man.
genie. Fuck the genie. No, man, I'm saying that'd be fucking dope. That would have been dope.
I would have said Ving Rhames.
You with the Scientologist?
The Scientologist.
Damn.
This guy.
That guy?
Wow.
No, I mean,
Oh, with the Fresh
Wow.
Prince though.
No, listen,
but they're using
No,
the same voice.
I
actors
just-
that
I
they
was
use
just-
from Advent Children, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but still, though, I mean, I'm
I
like,
think it's fine. I like this voice.
this
There's a
voice
lot
is
less-
fine.
there's
I
a
don't
lot
have any.
less
I don't have any gripe with
against
it.
it.
But I was just thinking, like, as I'm watching, I'm like,
He cursed
Alright.
though. He did curse.
He did
Go to
curse.
fight, he said, "Ah,
he
fuck."
he did curse,
I
and
know.
but I was like thinking, like, how if they put a celebrity like a, I don't know what they like.
They need a
I-
fat black.
It already has fanfare, so it's not like it's not
I
gonna
think a
sell.
celebrity voice actor.
But if
like
they
a-
got a celebrity voice actor, because they got Keanu Reeves and fucking
Ving Rhames.
in Cyberpunk,
I agree
whatever.
with
No,
that.
So, I was just thinking, like, wouldn't it be cool if they could get a celebrity voice actor to be in the game?
Bill Cosby.
You would hear.
Oh man! All right.
You
So
hear-
anyway, let's go on to the
For
next.
shits
Let's
and,
do
for
it.
shits and giggles.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yo, they got Cosby
From
on
prison,
that.
he has to record all the audio in
Oh
prison.
my
Okay?
God.
What the
In a
fuck?
cell. Pudding again? I have
Oh,
pudding
God.
every day.
Okay,
in prison.
so
sorry.
moving on.
Sorry.
Y'all ain't allowed to
Sorry.
this podcast.
This is fucking bad. This is bad.
See what happens when I
Let's
listen just talk.
I'm sorry,
and
I'm sorry.
talk, and it'll just devolve.
I just had to get that off my chest and talk about that. All right, okay.
So let's move on to the next big thing that gets everyone excited.
Wait a second. It's got to stop for a second. Did you address Ubisoft yet?
Oh, yeah, that's what I was alluding to. No, I wasn't.
I had a feeling, because I was like, I'm pretty sure Ubisoft was like,
Ubisoft. All right,
But we're
listen.
still on Square.
it was probably like one or two things.
Listen.
It was one or two things.
Listen. I'm
One-
not a Tom Clancy fan, okay?
I'm not even talking about
Tom,
that.
It's Tom Clancy. No, I know.
No.
But Tom Clancy is Ubisoft. That's all it was. And I was like, oh, this is what books? This is so many books. I don't read those books. So, listen, grade A, all those games are top notch. Don't get me wrong. They put a lot of trouble into those. They look very, very good. Like Division 2, they have some new stuff for that. They have what is it?
Ghost
Recon. They have Ghost Recon.
with Johnny Bernthal.
They announced a new one actually, and no one really had much to say about it, but it was pretty cool looking.
The dog was
And it
cool.
was like when they get poisoned or something like that, and then you gotta save them and run them out of the place. It looks pretty cool. It was Quarantine. It was called Quarantine, and then they had Rainbow Six. And,
That's always gonna sell.
Watch
People-
Dogs Legion.
they're big time. I was getting to that.
Slow, you're too
It was,
Yeah.
it
slow.
was dwindling. We were
Yeah.
losing.
You're
We were
too
losing.
Square.
It's gonna be 10 o'clock by the time we get to it.
Yeah, like it's too slow.
You want to talk about Watch Dogs Legion, then we'll go back to Square?
No.
I don't want to talk about
Hey,
nothing.
thank you, Chuck. Thank you, Chuck. Thank you, Chuck. It took forever.
Listen, Watch
Jesus
Dogs was
Christ.
their main title. I'm talking about the other games first, so we don't have to talk about them. All right?
Just listen.
So, Watch Dogs.
I'd rather just not talk about them.
Well, you didn't even like Watch Dogs. What do you care?
I like Watch Dogs.
No, I'm talking about Al. He was
I
talking
don't
about
know.
Watch Dogs.
I wasn't a big. I
It
wasn't
looks
a big fan.
really interesting because you can literally play as anyone.
That was a
pretty
good
cool.
surprise. I mean, we knew about
That
it.
I will say this though. That was
I think that works for the series. I think that works.
that looks
Yeah,
cool.
and it's permadeath.
They just want people to have old ladies to be the squad. They were so happy about that. Old lady
I was
squad.
laughing.
It was funny though.
I was laughing my ass off. I'm like, old ass chick.
He's like, I'm an old assassin.
I'll
And she
fuck
would
with
just
it.
blast you in the face.
I'll fuck with it though.
I was like, damn.
I've liked
How do
it.
I use my phone? Oh shit!
Oh, I just killed you. Bitch. No, I like the concept. It's pretty cool. I liked one. I love two.
Two was so dope.
Two was so underrated. It blew part one out the water.
It
Ubisoft
definitely
always
did.
starts off with a beta game, and then they have another
Assassin's
game
Creed.
that's much better, and then another game
Assassin's
that's
Creed
a
2.
twist off of that one, which is maybe better than 2, but sometimes not better than 2.
For real.
So we'll see
find
how
out.
this turns out.
Remains to be seen.
I
Yeah.
was very happy they started off with the Assassin's Creed Symphony. They
Well,
were
they
like,
didn't talk about Assassin's Creed because there's no Assassin's Creed.
no, that's why I was happy. I'm like, no, don't announce another one, please. And they didn't announce another one, and I'm
Yeah.
like, good. Just leave it alone for a little while,
2020. We'll get another one.
because I'm not crazy about the direction Assassin's Creed is going in. But
Listen.
that's for another podcast.
They ended their thing kind of weird. So they announced a new game. People are always saying they don't have enough new games, and then they don't get excited when they announce a new game. They announced a new game. It was called was it Gods and Monsters?
Uh-oh.
That sounds familiar.
I think
So
it's
it's made by the Assassin's Creed team, and it's supposed to be like a Legend of Zelda, and huge like that, and you're fighting these big, huge things. And the trailer that they showed, it was like out of nowhere, so nobody knew what they were talking about. And then they jumped at the enemy, and then it disappeared, and then it was like new game, blah blah blah. That was supposed to be their big finale, and everybody was like.
Oh.
It was quiet. There was no reaction because it
Yeah.
ended kind of fast there. And everybody was like, that's it? Then it went to it was over. The presentation was over.
Oh, man.
And I was like, that was supposed to be their big bang. They did that wrong. And I'm sure the game is going to be phenomenal. I mean, it looks crazy. And that's their next big title. So it's going to be huge. But that the trailer for it was just like,
I think it's tough ending.
See,
on
you know what? With stuff
especially
like
if it's new.
with stuff like that, it's like,
because you don't know how to react.
it's just I don't know if E3. I think E3 is just like, you know, like
I love E3.
This was better. This was better than
I would
E3.
think like all right, Sony's doing the state of play, Nintendo doing the directs.
Well, this is basically what it's like though. Even there, except when they had the guys come out and talk
But-
about it. Like when Keanu came out though, that was pretty dope.
That was
pretty dope.
I think that's
and then they
all-
had someone
I mean-
else come out for something.
Johnny Bernthal came out for Ghost Recon.
Right.
And he
Okay.
brought his dog with him.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and that dog was
No,
mad.
that dog
chill.
was cool as shit.
That dog was mad.
That dog
chill.
was cool, but
So you can't get that on a direct, man.
yeah, you can.
It looks hokey, Nintendo hokey. Nah. when they record other things other than the games, it's hokey. So
No,
they
man,
had that
I'll-
dog come out and be laid.
all right.
That's
Me personally, all I want to see is the games. What games are you coming out? When is it coming out? That's all I want. That's all I give a shit about. I don't want to see no dancing. I don't want to see
oh
no.
gosh, no.
I don't want to see no. I don't want to see no fucking presentation like somebody coming. I don't give a shit. I just
Oh,
want
that
to see the
reminded
fucking
me.
game.
That reminded me of what
That's
they
all I
announced.
care about. That's all I want to know. When is it coming out?
So Ubisoft.
What does it look
announced-
like? And that's it. That's all I give a
Ubisoft,
shit about.
Ubisoft announced another game that pissed everyone off and took the wind out of their sails.
Yeah.
So there was a mobile game that had every
Yes.
character from all their games in it. But
Pissed
when
me
they
off.
announced Sam Fisher,
Yep. Pissed me off.
everyone got so angry
Yep.
that there was no Splinter Cell.
That pissed me
and
off.
that was the game
That
that,
pissed
he was
me
in.
off.
But
Fucking
it's
pissed
a
me off.
mobile game that had everyone in it. No one cared about anyone else but him. And they act like that was the game that took him away from the titles that they should have had. I was like, all right, man, let it go. Like, there was some people who were just like, and they put Sam Fisher in a mobile game. The rest of the games didn't make
Nah.
any sense to them because of that.
No, but think about it. Think about it. Let's say,
Crazy.
all right, put it this way. Let's say Smash Brothers fucking Ultimate never came out, right? And they were, you hear rumors. This is coming out. This is coming out, right? And then they have a fucking presentation. Nintendo comes out and they're like, yo,
We all have mobile
Smash Brothers
phones, don't
mobile.
we?
Yeah, we got a mobile game.
That's
Yo,
That's the
how
equivalent.
pissed would you be?
That's like
That's
that's
the
the
equivalent
of that.
Halo fan. They're like, yo, Master Chief's gonna be in a new game.
Yep.
He's gonna
Yeah.
be in a new game.
Yeah.
He's in a puzzle fighting game.
Excuse me. Yeah, wait.
Nah,
Huh.
man, he's in
Look,
Tekken.
I'm gonna kill someone right now. I want to kill
He was,
someone.
no, he was in Dead or Alive.
Oh, Dead or Alive he was.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, actually, it wasn't Master Chief.
Rocksteady goes.
It was a female Spartan though.
That is
Yeah.
Master
Yo.
Chief.
Yeah.
The one who beats the
I swear to
Metroid
God.
chick, Samus. You remember that?
I swear to
I
God.
remember that was something.
Aloy was
I
dope.
remember
I swear to fucking God, if Rocksteady said, yo, Punisher is gonna be in their next game, and that shit goes right to mobile, I'm gonna fucking burn. I'm gonna go down there and I'm gonna burn your fucking facility down. I'm gonna hunt your fucking family.
So
Holy
what-
shit! I'm gonna kill you.
Maybe you
should.
Maybe you shouldn't say that on the internet.
Sorry. That's not a threat. That wasn't a threat. That wasn't a threat.
Just saying.
It's live. It's over.
It's not. It wasn't a threat. It wasn't a threat.
Motherfuckers gonna hear
But-
you like, word?
Forget about it.
So let's
Look
keep
out
on.
there.
So they did it. Then they announced. So it took the wind out of sales for that, and then they announced Just Dance. And it's like that's not a surprise. We know it. We know
Just
what's gonna
Dance.
happen.
Yeah, but it's coming out for the Wii.
It is coming out for the Wii.
The Wii will not.
You know
be-
why? You know why? Because it's backwards compatible. You can use it on the Wii U.
And-
So why even do it
And it's
on the
because
Wii U? It's just
and
bring it
because
on the
it's
Wii.
for the casual gamer.
And they said it sounds like crazy on the Wii.
Of
It
course.
does.
Still.
Still.
Of course.
That's just crazy.
Somebody came in and asked me. I was like, a Wii game? We don't have that. And it was in the back. I was like, this is for the Wii.
I feel like an idiot.
Nah, he
Insert
left.
foot in mouth.
Oh, no, he left. We lost that
Congratulations.
sale.
Oh,
We lost
played
that sale.
yourself.
Damn.
Back.
It's still there.
Damn.
It's still there. It's gonna be there forever.
Oh shit.
That
Oh,
was the one
God.
guy.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, that was Ubisoft, and that's why nobody cared about the last game that they announced because they took it was a bad presentation.
I just cared about one game. And that was the first game they announced. After that, it was like,
Well, that was leaked also. We already knew about that.
Watch Dogs
Basically,
Legion.
yeah. Watch those we knew about before it happened. So
now to the main event.
on to the
Backtracking.
main event. No more backtracking.
To Square.
No,
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 we got
no,
we're
we're
good.
good.
No, we're done
We're
with
done
Square.
with
We're done with
Square.
Square. Yeah.
no, we're
Now
not.
we done with Square.
Because it's done.
There's a glaring omission.
I know.
Oh yeah,
presentation.
nah. All right, we can go back. Okay.
Morons.
That's
So-
where I go Nintendo. Square gets
There was
covered
the
in Nintendo.
mana games. Okay, I know what you're talking about. We're not gonna talk about it.
All right.
So
go ahead.
there were the mana games. They said they coming out with the mana collection. I say mana. Forget y'all with your mana.
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 Secret of
Mana.
mana. So secret of mayonnaise.
I don't even know what that doesn't make any sense.
That's right.
Mayonnaise.
Secret of Mana
Well,
is
you
great.
say it that way.
Say what?
So look, mayonnaise.
Mana?
Mayonnaise.
That doesn't make any sense.
Oh my
Nobody knows what you're talking about.
Secret of Man. No, they say Secret of Mana is the name of it. I call it Secret of Mana for the rest of my whole life, but they call it Mana.
Okay.
That's the actual way to say it.
All right.
So that's why it sucks.
Yep.
But they announced a new game in the series, Trials of Mana.
Yes.
So basically, that's Soiken Densetsu, what, 2? 3? 3. Soiken Densetsu 3, which was originally Secret of Mana 2, which never came out here.
Yes.
And it was rumored that the collection was going to come out because it came out in, well, they had the title in Europe, and that's going to be in English, obviously. So we're like, oh, we're definitely going to get it. It's finally going to get, because Soiken Densetsu 3 never was translated.
Nope.
So they announced this new 3D, fully remastered version of it. And we were so excited. It looked so good. And it's still probably going to be a good game, but for our channel, a co-op channel, they announced that it was one player.
2 thumbs down.
It was always
swear.
multiplayer, and it's one player. So that's terrible.
And the remake of the first one was 3 players. So
2
I don't
players.
even freaking understand why the new.
Oh, the remake.
The remake
Okay.
of the first one was 3 players.
Yes.
Just like the Nintendo, Super Nintendo
original
original.
3.
Yeah.
But they're doing a different camera, right? It's not going to be overhead.
But still, but it's like when we go into Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, they have a camera similar to that, where
They
it still
do.
has freaking
They
4
do.
players still on the screen. So
Okay.
even the camera thing is not an issue. Okay.
Maybe they tried it and was like, this is awful.
I'm a
zoom out.
No,
Maybe
they're
they
lazy.
tried it and it was bad.
No, they're lazy.
They
I'm
had to have
this.
had it in mind.
No, they're lazy and they're scumbags. And this is what I'm going to say. I'm only going to say one thing because I'm saving this for a rant. All right, I'm not going to waste all my good material right now.
We can just cut this and put it as a
You
rant.
basically showed something so beautiful and so amazing
The rant.
at E3, and you fucking put a cock in everyone's face.
Wow.
And for that, you can go fuck yourselves. I will continue to start the movement to change this shit
They're not gonna
till
change
you
it
guys
now?
change it multiplayer. We have till
Save it for the
2020.
rent. Save it for the
Okay?
rent. Save it for the rent. Save it for the
Shame
rent.
on
Save it
you.
for the-
So entitled.
Save it for the rent.
No, you ruined this.
Secret of Mana is a
Save it for the-
multiplayer game.
Well,
We
ruin-
want to focus on the one player. What has it been one player? Go fuck
Save
yourself.
it for the rent. Save it.
So the collection is still 2 players. The actual remake.
Which
of
is
the-
still
of
dumb
the
because you
collection.
have a 3-character party. But that's just me.
That's
Sorry.
how it's been since
Oh, you have to
1994.
beat the game. You have to beat the game one time so you could actually, the next time you play it, you could play as the other characters in your party. What kind of dickhead shit is that? What asshole thought of this concept? Why do you have a job? Move on, move on. Move on,
Let's stay
please.
civil. Let's stay
Move
civil.
on, move
y'all.
on, move on.
They're not going to
Never?
listen if you're screaming.
Move on.
Continuing.
Move on.
So,
Jesus.
all right, another game we were they were hyping up and we were anticipating was Marvel's Avengers. So,
Yeah.
it looked good. I mean, they showed a trailer. It was very well acted, very high polish to it. It looks very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Not much
But
gameplay.
they did not show any gameplay, which is kind of meh.
Or did
No,
they?
the
I think
trailer
they
was
did.
run from gameplay footage.
Yeah, there
Was
was,
it?
there
but
was
they
game.
didn't play
that was
the
a
game,
cinema,
though.
though.
Yeah,
That was
they
a
had the
cinema. It was
graphics.
no gameplay.
No, but the flying, when Hulk was throwing that car, and
It was
that
gameplay.
that was,
No, it was
that was
gameplay.
from,
So
that
they're
was,
saying
Captain
that
that
America-
was engineered from gameplay
Captain
footage.
America was a gameplay.
Yeah.
They were all gameplay. Really quick though.
What kind of camera is that? though?
So, what type of game? They didn't explain anything about what the game was
No,
going to
they
be.
just.
I think that's the funny part is that the presentation was so long,
Mm-hmm.
and I still don't know what I'm getting.
Yep.
I honestly have no idea what
I
I'm
think it's
getting.
going
I
to
don't
be.
know much about that game.
I know one thing.
Listen, I think it's going to be Anthem, but with Marvel characters.
Probably.
I think that's what it's exactly.
I heard
going to
one
be.
thing, and this is why I kind of tuned out after I heard it,
Oh,
and
okay.
I went over to Marvel Alliance. and I'm
Online
like,
only?
Yeah, it's gonna be 4-player co-op online.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Online only.
4-player co-op online.
Definitely.
I'm like waiting. I'm like,
Oh, you definitely knew it was going to be just on.
I had a feeling, and I'm like, okay,
No,
now
I
I
don't
don't
give a
really care about this game.
I don't care either.
Does it look good? It looks
Listen.
beautiful. It's a beautiful looking game.
But it's online only.
But the fight, sorry to cut you off, but they had a closed demo session,
Yeah.
and they were talking about each playthrough. They said Thor played cool, Hulk was pretty fun. They didn't care for Iron Man. They
What?
said because he's on rails. It was on rails.
Oh,
Like,
shoot.
yeah, he was on rails, and they said Captain America was more reminiscent of the Batman,
Okay.
but they said it wasn't too fun. It was kind of like a kind of
And then
little
Black Widow
stale.
was trash.
Black Widow was also. So they said Thor and Hulk were the funnest.
Because they have
They
more
said
powers.
the other three were just kind of like
Damn.
So
I'm sure it's not ready at all. It's still got a year. So they're gonna use that and try and make it better. But I think it's gonna be like an empty game.
Well, they focus heavily on the fucking voice acting.
Oh yeah.
Heavily.
No, they did good. They did very well. They had the actors
What
there
are you
and stuff,
clapping
and
for?
it was good.
Fly. It was a fly.
Oh.
I thought you-
I was like, why are you
like, if you were
clapping?
clapping,
Yeah,
you
was
kinda clap like this,
does
not
that
like
deserve an applause?
Yeah, that was a bad slow clap.
We're trying to build it. We're
Where do
trying
you
to
think
build
you
it.
are?
Yeah.
You just clap like that.
Like, wow. All right.
But I think that I don't know if it's gonna be like DC Universe or if it's gonna be like Anthem. Like I don't know if you're gonna be able to create your own players or only play as those 4 or 5 people.
Yeah,
No, they said-
Doesn't matter.
It's only gonna be like 6 playable characters, right?
No.
There's gonna be a lot.
I mean, starting off,
player.
I think
But
it's
you
only
can
gonna be
create,
5.
though.
5.
You're not creating any characters.
No.
They're gonna release DLC, but it's all free.
And it doesn't matter
Okay,
because
yeah, they said that.
That's good.
and it
That's
doesn't
very
matter because I'm not playing that. So
I mean,
moving
if
on.
they can actually get a community behind it, it'll do fine. But that type of game is getting harder and harder to make.
nah.
So
We shall see.
I can't get excited about a game I know nothing.
Yeah, I honestly don't really have any feelings.
They spent a
about it.
lot of time on that shit too.
I mean, it looked good. That's all I can say is it looked good, but what
Yeah.
doesn't look good?
no, the voice
Everything
acting. The
looks
voice
good.
acting looked
Everything
good.
looks good.
Everything looks fucking good nowadays.
The
but
voice
does it
acting
play?
was legit.
Yeah. Does it play well?
But-
Who the fuck knows? I don't
I
know.
don't know.
And then, like I said, they had more remakes. They had Last Remnant. They had the Saga series,
Which is out now. The
Yeah.
last 1 minute.
yeah, a lot of stuff dropped as is.
Never mess with that.
I'm not a big. They were just not remakes,
Yeah.
but remasters. Remasters aren't the same as remakes.
Right.
No.
So
No.
it's
They're
fine
basically
that
just
they're out,
ports.
but they're just ports of whatever it
I
was.
love
Yeah.
me some remakes.
So
True.
that's pretty much that. I mean, we still didn't get that Final Fantasy Tactics remake.
we got-
That's not
They have Final Fantasy
happening.
Crystal
That can just be
Chronicles or something.
remastered. It doesn't really need a remake.
Crystal
No, no.
Chronicles, not like I said.
I can't say it
GameCube
because
games. What was that? That was a GameCube game.
I can't say it
Yes,
because
it was. Crystal Chronicles was a GameCube game.
They had another game with the people with no feet.
And it's coming out.
I'm gonna go back to the Final Fantasy Tactics thing when we get to this part.
Okay.
When we get to the part, I will mention it
Okay.
because that's the way.
So let's move on.
That's the
from
way
Square.
I should. That's the way it should be
By
done.
Square. But well, they got some more stuff coming.
Let's get to the
So,
main event.
Maybe.
well, that was. I mean, how'd you feel about that? The Square announcement. Like they pretty much stole the show up to that point.
They did.
I enjoyed Square.
I
Yeah.
enjoyed Squares too. It looked
Final
good.
Fantasy.
I was
Final Fantasy
amped
basically.
about
Final
Trials
Fantasy
of
was
Mana
that.
until the one-player shocker, which they did not freaking announce during the show. I had to read about later. So
Well, it's not out yet, so there's a chance. There's a chance.
you
I'm
guys
excited.
better fucking come correct.
I'm
They're not going
excited.
to answer that.
I'm excited about Marvel. But my only gripe with the entire thing, I just hate Captain America's suit.
Yeah.
Really?
I can
Damn.
I can half agree on that.
I
Didn't
wasn't
care for
thrilled with either. Yeah, I was.
It
It
looked,
looked like
honestly-
soldier-like.
he looked.
Too soldierish.
I mean,
He is.
Well, he
long
is a
story short,
soldier.
he is like the ultimate soldier.
No, but
right?
like he just didn't really.
he
look
looked
too
like
much
a cosplayer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He didn't really look
Maybe
like
you
a
can get a
superhero.
new suit.
And I saw the meme. It was like Captain America from the movie and the Captain America from the game. He's like, "What's the difference between me and you? I'm not wearing hockey pads."
Wow. Wow.
That was fire.
No, it's not Batman, Kev.
Doesn't matter. That's where it comes from, right?
I'm going
Yeah.
to
I'm
like.
not wearing a hockey
Can
All right, we
can
don't
we
need to
cut
say it
this
again.
mic off
So
at
anyway.
one fucking time?
I'm just waiting to see how that clips. While you're
Let's,
saying that. So main event time.
main event.
Okay.
Nintendo came in and killed it. You must say.
This is time for Kev to talk.
And just to lead off for Nintendo, we're gonna go with SquareSoft. We forgot to mention Dragon Quest freaking. What game is this? Hold on, one second. 11.
That's the show,
There you
folks.
go. No, I saw Dragon Quest. It's like, hold up, no.
Always comes
It wasn't
prepared.
10. No, it's right here. Dragon Quest 11, which looked awesome. It looks better than the PS4 one. It looks better than that one.
And
It's
y'all
gonna
complained
kill it.
about me.
It's got extra freaking content. It's gonna be freaking awesome. All right, we already went to Final Fantasy Crystal
So
Chronicles.
how'd they start the presentation?
I don't remember that. I'm just talking about.
Wait.
I don't remember that.
How do you not remember? You just said it.
I don't remember that.
It's the easiest.
So they started with Smash Bros. Let me
Smash
bring it
Brothers.
back over here.
Oh.
Okay.
So they
my
started
God.
out with Smash
I don't
Brothers,
remember that.
Super Smash, and the first character they announced is the Dragon Warrior character.
Mm-hmm.
The hero.
Jack
The hero
Quest
from the
The
latest
hero.
one, along with Erdrick and the other last couple of main characters from the last 4 games.
Which surprised everybody.
I was not.
Because it was
11.
rumored. Listen, it leaked that it was
8.
supposed to be him. But all of the characters from that,
That's
that's,
crazy.
Nobody
that's
saw
something
that.
we did not know.
Yeah.
That's dope.
And he
Pretty
looked
dope.
pretty damn cool.
They all
And
cool.
the cinema looked great.
Oh,
The
that,
main
yeah,
game.
that cinema was
So
Yeah,
it was
that's
awesome.
what though.
So it was awesome.
Dude, that shit had me bugging. The fucking link was getting text. I said, "Oh shit, they're announcing Evil Marth." I was like, "What the fuck?"
Boom.
But it looked good. It looked,
people
it
were
looked really
complaining about them having the
Fuck 'em.
character from Dragon Quest, but
They say it looks too much like he's too much like Link, but he's like Link and Robin.
good. Why? Because he has a fucking
sword?
And his shield blocks like Link's.
I'm
Listen.
sorry, most main characters that are cool have fucking swords.
and listen, that's a title that's as big, if not bigger, than Final Fantasy. In Japan.
Seriously.
So
It's actually overdue that it's in Smash Bros. Like
Yeah.
someone from Dragon Warrior is in
Yeah.
Smash Bros. So
yeah, that
like,
was their main title.
Great addition.
I'm not a Dragon Warrior person. I don't play those games, but yeah, I'm not pissed off about him being included.
Nah,
You
he's
can
cool.
finally
I
have
love-
Cloud versus Erdrick.
Erdrick.
I'll say it
And
in Japanese.
the hero.
I'll mess with them. I'll try to play, see if they play well.
And I got the guy from Part 4, who I played through Part 4. I was like, oh, that's the guy from
That's
Part
the
4.
old school look.
And no one knows him. I was
No,
like,
no,
I
no.
know him, but
Guy
no
with
one-
crown?
Huh?
Crown?
The old
No,
school.
it was the green-haired guy.
Oh,
With
word?
the crown. It's like a little crown with the green hair.
Crown and green. Yeah, that's the start.
Yeah.
That was-
I had never seen that motherfucker in my life.
That was broken out into scenarios, and then you have all the guys' scenarios as your party in the end. So that was
Oh,
really
wow.
cool.
Okay.
Yeah, that was actually a pretty cool game.
And then they went on to your announcement.
Banjo-Kazooie as the second character.
That's not what I said. What you talked about,
Nah, man, you had to keep it
was
Smash.
over.
You had to keep
which was Dragon Quest. Oh my
I
God!
know. You had
Wow.
to keep it. You had to go. He said the character. We had to keep it on Smash.
So let's jump to the end of the Nintendo thing where they announced the surprise last character
Yes.
from Smash Brothers,
Banjo-Kazooie.
which was actually freaking Duck and Dog.
Yeah.
And so they did
That was
the
that
same
was
thing
funny.
they did.
That was
Yeah,
funny.
they did. Because
They
we were
did the
talking
same
about that
exact
before.
thing.
We were
Wow.
saying it gotta be the same thing.
And then he popped down with his
That was
googly
funny.
eyes looking weird. And I was like, everybody's super excited about Banjo-Kazooie. Not my generation.
Nah,
It's not my thing.
That's not
I'm
my
not,
thing.
yeah, I wasn't so excited. Like, so many people like, yo,
No,
this
there were
makes me
people
so
who
happy.
were so happy.
They were
No,
crying.
I was watching videos on Instagram. Like this one dude went ape shit. It was
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Banjo-Kazooie is like,
I'm like, who's Banjo?
I guarantee. Motherfucker.
Who is Banjo Kazooie?
If you're 30
What is this shit?
or 25 to 30, then you wild out when they said that. Anyone over that was like, Banjo-Kazooie, okay, fine, I guess.
What
It's
about
rare.
Sephiroth?
Listen, the bigger thing about it is having Rare bring in that character back.
Yeah.
That's
So them
cool.
and Microsoft, that's cool.
That's cool. The
So,
partnership.
yes.
That was.
That's like, oh, I never thought that would happen because of that. I'm telling you,
That's
should have
a
been
cool
007. I told you.
Child, fucking you
No,
crazy.
listen, if they announced 007,
That'd be fucking.
not
That
in
is
Smash, not in Smash, no, not in Smash, not in Smash.
Okay.
Oh, I thought
If
you
they
meant
announced
Smash.
GoldenEye,
Oh, remake?
now since they have,
That would
Yo.
set the place on fire.
they
Yo,
would go crazy.
yo, GoldenEye remake. That was
So
I
They
would
would lose their shit.
I would lose.
So that's what I'm saying about that
it.
combination.
Another
Microsoft.
I
and
thought you
Rare.
meant 007 Smash Bros. I'm about to smack you right now.
All of them together.
Time Splitters remake.
Well, Time Splitters.
That fucking crazy.
Remake though.
Yeah, continue.
All right, let's see. Next thing's a couple of ports. Witcher 3 is coming out.
I was surprised
For the
to hear
Switch.
that.
That is-
It was leaked for a while though. It's like, and I get to play it, so I'm very happy about that.
And there's
Okay,
still no
Harry
GTA 5.
I didn't know you'd be Harry happy about that.
Very happy.
Turbo's Harry happy about it.
An announcement about that game is that it is rumored to be on a 32 gig card and not like extra downloadable stuff for it. That's the first title that's that big on the Switch.
That's
if
pretty-
it's
And
actually
still no
on there.
GTA 5? Fuck
Oh
you
my
guys.
God.
Oh gosh,
Damn.
Fuck you guys.
That's
Man,
old
come
game.
on.
That's old.
It's
Why
over.
do you want it for the Switch? Why don't you just
It's
get
over.
it for PS4?
He can get it. He can get it for.
So I
have
can,
it.
yeah, because I can bring my PS4 to work.
You can bring it on your.
And bring it with me on the train.
You got
probably
to
saw that shit.
You probably shouldn't say that on the internet either. What?
on his breaks.
I don't know where I work. Y'all don't know where I work.
No more Heroes 3. Man.
I can't commute
more
to work and
Heroes
play
3.
my game.
What did he
I'm gonna
just
bring my
say?
What is
PS4.
happening?
Why
right
did
now?
he just say?
Like you had like two different conversations going on. Jay's
more
putting his head
Heroes
down, and I don't even know what anyone's talking about.
I'm trying to get out. I'm like,
listen, this is how hard it is to control the podcast. This is what happens when I'm not doing it. Kevin, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about No More Heroes 3, man. Got announced.
Guys,
It's gonna be awesome.
I don't know.
How drunk are you?
And the problem with his announcements are they're not
English.
they're not
Not
English.
English.
No English, man. No More
So
Heroes.
no one can
3,
respond
man.
to it.
But yeah, No More Heroes 3 actually looked pretty good.
Yep.
It actually looked pretty good.
I laughed though because their trailer was messed up.
Yep.
Because
Sound was a
you
little
couldn't
down.
hear him talking, and the
Sound was
music was
down.
blaring mad loud.
Oh, man.
And I was like,
For real?
they didn't test that out, man. They ruined it.
But I'm
It
glad
looked
it's
smooth
coming.
with the slash.
Yeah,
and
the
stuff.
soundtrack.
Looked pretty smooth.
He had that light
Yeah.
bulb saber, and I was like, oh, that's Travis. Okay, I didn't know who it was at first.
No, it's Travi.
Oh man.
That game look good. They also got Nino Kuni Wrath of the
No.
White Witch
Yep,
coming out.
that looks actually very.
No,
good.
no, looks good. I'm
But-
not into that shit.
Another thing I heard about it though, the one for the Switch is a straight up port from PS3.
Instead of the remaster.
The remastered ones are coming out for the new system. So
Hey, none of us here buying it, so none of us
Really?
care.
I don't know.
I may
get it.
I may.
None of y'all are getting it. I'll bet money on that. Both of y'all are fronting. You're
No,
not getting it.
I wanted to.
I already
You're
have
not
it.
going to.
One of the
already have it.
stars.
He has it. I'll has it.
One of the stars of the show, Fire Emblem 3 Houses.
What the hell are you saying?
Fire Emblem 3 Houses.
Fire
One of the
Emblem
stars.
3 Houses.
Yes.
Trailer's amazing.
That
A
was
lot of voice acting.
cool thing with the music.
Looks
Crazy.
awesome.
Music's
The music
dope.
in the trailer was.
It's gorgeous. The game is gorgeous. I
That was
watched-
weird. It was like a school reunion, and then some of them he's like, burn them all down. I was like, wait, what?
No, there's drama.
What
There's
is this?
drama.
Yeah, man.
I watched the gameplay today of like 2 battles.
Hmm.
I turned it off quick. I said, I'm obsessed already. Get this away from me. I need this.
It looked
now.
crazy. It looked
It's
crazy.
impressive.
Mm-hmm.
So Nintendo was hitting title after title after title after
they were
title.
killing
after
me.
title.
They were killing me.
So they announced Contra Collection,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, 10 games, pretty cool.
Out now.
And it's out now.
It's 10?
It dropped. Yeah, it's at 10.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
It's
Two
out- it's out now.
arcades.
Yeah.
2 regular
You can
Nintendos.
download this shit now.
And also Japanese versions that just had the robot.
There was some
stars.
the robot
Yeah.
weird things. Okay.
And then they announced this other game. I didn't know what it was, and they're like, "It's Contra, damn it!" And I was like, "I hear the music, so I guess it's Contra." It didn't look.
Corps.
It didn't look as bad as I thought. It was what?
Contra Rogue Corps.
Rogue Corp. Rogue Corp.
corpse.
Rogue Core.
Core.
Well, it's Corps.
Yeah, you
but
don't say corpse.
I say corpse, but it's Corps.
But there was a what was that? Panda?
Yeah, it's a
Panda.
A panda.
Called Cuddly. His name's Cuddly.
But he's like a cyborg though.
Yeah.
He's not a
I
panda
guess.
bear. And there's another character, and then your normal characters. It's very weird looking, but I'll see if it's fun. It hopefully.
I
it's
saw the
fun.
summer
The
songs.
only
I saw
person
them
that looked
jumping out.
somewhat
That's
normal
cool.
was the guy, and then
No, the
'cause
girl's
girl-
cool. The girl's normal.
No, she looks cool, but it looked like she had a demon living in her stomach or something like that. Didn't it?
Probably.
Something weird.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Looks
something
very
crazy.
Japanese.
Very
And
weird.
and she had a
It looks
cybernetic
very
face.
Japanese.
I watched the 15-20 minute gameplay like from the beginning or whatever
Yeah.
and how things work.
It's 4 players.
And I was more
Four players,
impressed
yeah.
with that than the actual trailer.
Oh yeah, it was all over.
Because like after the stage there's like shops, you could like upgrade your weapons. Like there's
Okay.
a little role playing element to it.
Yeah.
Obviously it's 4 players. There's a little personality to the game, like the little shit fucking character. There's like a British accent or whatever. So like there's like some sort of charm to the game. Also, they said they're going to let you know what the whereabouts of the 2 main characters
Oh yeah.
from the Contra series are,
Hmm.
or what
Do you
they're
think there'll
doing.
be secret characters or something?
So
I hope so.
So you know they mentioned that as well. But watching them play through the stage,
they're gonna be playing
I'm like-
Pachinko.
I was like, this doesn't look like Contra until they
Guaranteed.
progress through the stage and like shooting down
I guarantee.
doors and stuff like that, and like flipping and like there's
I
a
saw
lot of
flipping.
Contra, a lot of 2 guns at a time. There's a lot of Contra elements that are in the game that I'm like, I'm probably gonna mess with this.
Hmm.
It was
What if-
enough to mess with it.
What if they said the whereabouts for the other characters was actually that? What if they said they had like a cinema of them playing Pachinko of Contra, and they're like, there they go, they can't stop playing this game.
What y'all doing? What y'all doing over there? Oh shit!
They're drunk and out of shape and they're stuck in an arcade.
With a
And then-
belly, with belly.
And then Solid Snake is right there like,
Did the footage you seen of Contra Rogue Corps, did it look better than Alien Syndrome for the Wii?
What's Alien?
Ew,
Syndrome?
yes, man, come on, that was
Alien
garbage.
Syndrome was an old Genesis game.
But it
Nah,
also
Sega
came
Master
out
System
for
and
the-
arcade.
It all came out for
Ew,
the
man,
Wii.
why would you even break that up?
Because it was trash.
You just wanted to say that.
I
You
mean,
didn't
it was
even-
trash.
that's
It was
not a
fun
real
on
question.
Genesis.
Yikes.
It was fun on Genesis.
I-
Alien Syndrome came out for Genesis.
I think so.
Could have
yeah.
fooled me.
Or you're thinking of the side scroller?
You're thinking of Alien.
No, it was overhead.
Alien Storm. Oh, what? It was overhead? Yeah.
Alien?
So that's Alien.
Alien
Maybe
Breed?
they did.
No.
No, but Contra looks interesting.
I
I hope you can unlock the stars of the game, man. I was
Listen.
like, where's Lance Bean?
Listen, as long as with these names, as long as it's not the PlayStation 1 version in 3D, that was garbage. That was trash. There was two of them.
There was one I liked a lot. And they kept
Oh,
one of them.
yes.
That was what was the name of it? It was overhead. You couldn't jump, but it wasn't bad.
It was one of them that we really liked a lot.
You and both didn't like it.
I hated it.
Yeah, it's like we liked it though. We thought it was good.
So hopefully this is funner. It looks more fun.
It does.
And
4
then-
players is a big.
That's gonna be
deal.
pretty awesome. We might have to stream it.
We'll
It's
stream it.
awesome.
So Nintendo reminded me of what a Japanese press conference is really like, because we weren't getting that with all the other press conferences, and I was like, that's what's missing from games. I used to love imports and weird stuff, and all of these titles are dropping right after each other, and they were all Japanese as hell. Like what was the one with the 2-player? It looked like 1 player with a mech, but it's 2 players actually.
Damon X Machina.
Yeah.
Not that one. That was
No?
that
I
was
don't
with
think
the
that's
mech.
the
No,
That's
the
one
one where
player.
they were talking in it with like
No.
the souls are being you're one soul
That,
with 2 beings.
but that looked good though.
That did look good.
The one
that
by
looked
Platinum
good.
Games.
Astral
Oh,
Chain.
shit.
Yes.
Yes, that's
Astral
good.
Chain.
Astral
That
Chain?
trailer
Yeah,
and
look.
the music got me
That
so
game-
hyped.
Oh yeah,
Fire.
that's right.
That's,
It got me
fire.
so
That's
hyped.
very
That's a
Japanese, man.
sleeper.
It is.
That's
Very
a sleeper.
Japanese.
I definitely want to play that.
I see some.
Reminded me
that's
of,
Sega. That's so sick.
It reminded
That's
me of
Sega.
Vanquish.
Yeah, it did definitely.
Vanquish, Devil May
It had that
Cry.
speed. It had that speed.
Virtual
in it.
Yeah.
Cop also. I got
That
Virtual
looked
Cop
dope.
5, even though Virtual Cop's a fucking
Yeah.
gun. I got Virtual Cop 5 from the characters,
It was
man.
definitely Sega-esque
Very
Yeah.
Sega.
for some
Nice.
reason. I don't know why, but it was like a Dreamcast arcade.
No, it looks
If
good.
that really is
great.
2-player co-op, it's getting bought.
I'll get it if it's one. It looks dope.
It looks
It's
Yeah.
awesome. Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening looked pretty good. That looked pretty, even though
It
got
did
too
look
slow.
better.
That's the one I was gonna say.
It looked
That's
better.
why I saved my opinion for this.
Link's
Link's Awakening, the way
Link's
that
Awakening?
looks, if they can do tactics, Final Fantasy tactics like,
Like
that.
that? With the long black eyes going straight down.
Still looks cutesy.
They look like that.
It
No, I don't care, man.
That's what they look like.
Shit. If it looked like tile based, if they did a tile based,
It'd be alright. Yeah, it's like
It's
it'll be dope. If
It's
they,
a
if
design-
if
it's a
they were gonna
design
do a
choice.
remake,
Yeah.
if they were gonna do a remake,
It's
that's
a
the way.
design choice, though. It's not like that's what they had to do.
Right,
but-
right.
And they actually gave him a mouth now, and it looks like he has personality instead of
Yeah.
some dead-eyed guy thing. Like a thumb. I'm only a thumb just playing in the game.
I
like
was
that.
looking for the video on that though because the guy put on IGN, I stole something from the shop and I got struck down with lightning and they killed me.
Really?
Yeah, like the shop owner killed him. Like he stole something and
It
he
looks
got
like it's gonna be fun.
and he got murdered
Yeah.
for stealing from the shop.
That's
And I was looking for that video and I couldn't find it.
At least they're making it different.
Yeah,
it's
and
hilarious.
you know, it was another thing. I was watching gameplay footage of that, and what's really cool is that they made like this like lens blur on the outside, which is like it's almost like a cinematic type of thing. So
Yeah.
it makes it feel like clay, kind of like
Yeah.
like it's like a
Okay.
like CG almost.
Yeah.
It looks like
And
it's
it
a
looked
really
like
cool.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
Reminds
it
me
looks
of
like a
that
really cool
Xbox
effect.
game that's a Zelda game, but it's where the main star is a fox. You know what I'm talking about? It's an indie game that came out. It's out
I don't
for
know the name
Xbox.
of it.
You know what I'm
but
talking
it
about?
looked good though. Yeah.
Yeah, it's,
Like a
it's
fox?
smooth.
Yeah.
It's a fox. It's basically Zelda as a fox.
Oh,
But I forgot the name of it. It reminds me reminiscent
oh,
of that game.
it's on the Switch, right?
No,
It's on the Switch,
I
no?
don't think it's
Did
on
it come out for the Wii U
At the,
and the
Xbox,
Wii?
Just Xbox.
Just Xbox.
Xbox,
Man, I don't know what the
yeah.
hell it is.
Psycho.
Well,
I'll find
Oh
it.
man.
Next, we got Mario Sonic Tokyo Olympic Games. I don't really.
That actually looked like
It looks-
track
it
and
looked good,
field.
though. It
though.
looked good.
I was
It
like
looked
track
good.
and field. I haven't played in
It
a
looked
long
good, though.
time.
Yeah, that's
They had a
definitely
lot
fun.
of stuff in it. So
That's
for our
like
competitive
it
stuff,
looked like what Mario Party should be.
for versus that looked like a pretty incredible game.
yeah,
You want me
yeah.
to cut it off? Name of the game is Tunic.
Oh,
Tunic,
yeah,
yep.
yeah.
Okay, so-
Okay.
Animal Crossing New Horizons for those Animal Crossing lovers. 2 players.
There's a huge
Oh,
fan
listen,
base.
Animal Crossing
There's a
has a
huge fan
huge
base.
fan base.
It does.
So I understand why
Who's
people
getting
get
it
excited.
here?
And I'm getting
No,
better
we're
with the
not.
Villager too, so I
always a
kind
fan.
of got respect. For
Are you getting it?
Hell no.
Are you getting it?
Not really.
Are you getting it?
I might need.
No, you're
some
not. Are you
advice.
getting it?
No, but I'm
Ain't
not.
that damn person
No,
getting
not
Animal
here.
Crossing
Not here, but there's.
But it's very popular. There's
Yeah.
a big community
Nah,
for
there's a
it.
community for
And you're
it.
probably excited about it. I'm not. Move on.
There's another-
Luigi's Mansion 3 looks good.
Didn't
I'm
look
not
bad.
getting it.
It
Didn't
looks
look bad.
good. You get 2 players with Luigi.
Luigi.
Gooey.
Luigi.
Hold up.
Sounds like a
Stop,
stutter.
man.
Luigi.
Sounds like a stutter. Yikes.
This guy.
So
After
Luigi,
Luigi.
Luigi, and
Wa-
Luigi.
And Waluigi.
Oh yeah, I forgot. It's not Luigi. It's Waluigi.
It should be
It
Luigi.
should be.
And they had
Waluigi.
the co-op, there was a 4 or 8 player co-op they had
Yeah,
going on there.
8 players.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah, it
That was a
But-
mess. They're just slamming people around. It was like, what is this?
Might mess with Gooigi.
Yeah, I'm
We'll
sure
see.
you will.
We'll see.
Kev loves
The
Gooey.
goo.
And one surprise announcement was a sequel to Breath of the Wild.
Kev,
Kev, you
missed
skipped
Panzer
mad
Dragoon.
shit.
Nah, man.
How you not gonna say Panzer Dragon
Kev,
for the
you
finale?
skipped
We're
so
gonna
much
get
shit.
that. We're gonna get
No,
that.
that was the end of
Kev's
the
the worst.
Yeah,
Like, why would you say that
There's not
aloud?
much said about the game. There
Dude,
wasn't much
terrible.
said about the game. It looks
Terrible.
very much
Terrible.
like Breath of the Wild.
That was
It's
at the end.
You're awful.
That was the very end.
That was the
That was
the
last
end.
thing.
So if there's more titles,
Well,
you
get
talk
out of the
about-
way.
Kev, you're banned from announcing
Get out of the
anything ever
way.
again.
So yeah,
This
Going,
is-
cutting him off. and
Panzer
going,
Dragoon
Cutting him
oh
off.
my.
looked amazing.
If you're listening to this, vocals only. I'm sorry for your ears.
I highly
I
apologize.
really am sorry. But we hope that you keep the subscription going. Okay, it's gonna get better. Don't
Panzer
worry.
Dragoon looked awesome.
You had one beer. Why are you shit-faced?
Yes, Panzer
I'm fine.
Dragoon was announced,
Yeah.
and it was a quiet announcement. The trailer was okay, but I was excited because I got to see it.
And it looks amazing.
I heard that it was coming, and I'm pretty excited, and I will buy it.
Let me tell you how important the fact that Panzer Dragoon remake was announced, okay? There's so many old Sega IPs
Here we go.
that are just lost, thrown in the crate.
Here we go.
Dragon Force, Skies of Arcadia, Panzer Dragoon, Shining Force, all
There
in the
we go.
crate.
Zillion.
Just sitting there.
we
Zillion. They're all just sitting there. No one's touching
There
them.
we go.
Now, the fact that Panzer Dragoon is being remade plus part 2, even though it was, they talked about it like a while ago, but they didn't show it at E3 or whatever. Panzer Dragoon 2 is also being remade, which gives us hope for Panzer Dragoon Saga. And if that happens,
They'd have
that
to-
puts us more in the direction of Shining Force 3 remake.
They'd have to make Panzer Dragoon Saga over.
Yes, absolutely.
that's what a remake
Good.
is.
Do it from the ground.
They
Do
lost
all of
it.
them from
A
the ground
remake.
up.
Oh yeah.
Because they lost the
The
files.
source code.
Lies.
Their source
Lies.
code is
They're
gone.
liars.
Lies.
You're fucking liars.
Another game that
Nobody
had,
loses a fucking
They can
IP.
reverse engineer the shit.
another
All right.
game another game that lost the source code was Final Fantasy VIII, and I forgot to announce that. Well, to say that they announced it
Square
from Square that 8 is coming out remastered.
for the Switch.
So they found it.
Remastered
somehow.
or remade? Remastered, right?
Remastered.
Mastered.
Yeah.
See, and I was telling you this earlier. The fact that they said that they lost the code for Final Fantasy VIII, fucking liars.
They
You're
might have
liars.
found it.
You're liars. Where do you lose it?
You better find the person who
In a
come to
drawer
find-
somewhere? You fucking
No,
liar.
actually, it does
Whoever-
happen though. It does happen.
You find me.
Whoever has the source code for Panzer Dragoon Saga, please just put it in the mailbox, send it back to Sega. Okay?
Seriously.
What are you doing with it?
It's somewhere.
No,
Alright?
sign
It's going to be done.
note.
Fix the hard drive. Fix the hard drive.
I think I told you this the other day. Side
Couple
note.
thousand.
Save it on the
Side
side of
note.
Snake hard drive.
Pixar actually accidentally deleted Toy Story
Toy Story.
Toy Story 2.
Toy
Shit.
Story.
Toy.
I was trying to say that shit fast before you motherfuckers cut me off.
Toy Story.
Before you motherfuckers cut me off. Toy Story 2 got deleted accidentally
Mhm.
in their server.
And they made a
were
better
like-
one.
And they were like, oh shit. And this was months before the shit was supposed to be released.
Wow.
They had to rebuild the whole fucking movie.
Off memory. Nah, I don't know.
No,
They had
they
to-
had to build it from this. What was it? The lady's computer. They
Mm-hmm.
brought her desktop. This is in the '90s. They brought her desktop computer. They had to drive it because it was the only one that had the actual version of the movie.
Wow.
Brought it from her house, and they put pillows and shit in their car and drove it all the way to the fucking studio, and then like got the IT
Billions.
department and shit.
Billions.
Billions of dollars.
But that was in the 90s.
But
all right, technology
No.
has moved on way further
I say that.
now.
I say that to say this: that it's possible that they could have fucked it up.
Nah.
And they could have lost that shit.
Nah.
It is
Oh,
possible.
definitely
If it
not.
can happen to a
Nah.
$1 billion
Nah,
movie,
I'll believe
it
it.
can happen to a
I'm
fucking
not
game.
convinced.
Listen, they said, Sega, oh, we failed. Close it down. Delete. Oh, shit. Wait.
Still like this?
No.
Where'd you find? Where's it live on? What do I
It's
do?
like that one guy that just like, let me just back this up on my fucking thumb
You
drive
snap
or
the
whatever the fuck.
This is why-
This can
For
have
whatever,
mistake.
for whatever reason, he has the shit on the shelf somewhere. Somebody,
This is why
a janitor,
the
saved the shit.
Panzer Dragoon remake, it's so important that all of us here and everybody watching buys it. Because
Burning Rangers, man.
It starts It starts the
Yo.
movement of all these
I would
IPs
buy a
coming
remake
back.
of
You know what's crazy
Burning
about?
Rangers remade also.
However,
Come on, man.
However, I will say this: there is
Okay.
one positive that is
Right.
that hasn't been remade. There's one positive, and one only. You guys own these games that you're talking about, right?
Oh, it's worth a lot of
Oh
money.
my God, it's worth a lot of money.
Yeah, it is.
Because these aren't remade and nobody's fucking touching these fucking franchises. The fucking if you have the actual disc, these things
Scrooge
are worth.
McDuck.
Man, I already looked on eBay. They ain't worth that much.
What are you talking about?
Like $100.
No,
Hell no.
no. What are you
Hell
talking
no.
about? You didn't fucking look.
Motherfucker, I own the games. I looked them up.
You didn't look.
400 minimum.
You didn't look.
Find me,
For what?
find me it
Dragon
right
Saga?
now.
Yeah.
Find me it right now.
Maybe
that
not your
says
copy.
$400.
Maybe not
Even
your
not your
eBay?
copy?
Find me it right
With,
now.
with
I'ma look,
instruction
hold on.
manual.
They be
$400
destroying
in the
their
case?
Well,
instruction
new is a lot different than
No,
actually
with an
having it.
instruction manual
With
in the
other stuff.
case.
If you have the case unbroken and the instruction manual,
Right.
you get a hell of a lot of money.
Hell
We got
yes.
Panzer Saga with the instruction manual. We got Shining Force 2 with the instruction manual. We got fucking Tales of Oasis. Beyond the Oasis Legends.
You have Magical
with the-
Knight Rare though. You got to complete
Do
the set.
we have
Panzer
that?
Dragoon
You do.
Saga, good
you
condition
do.
manual, all inserts, 406.58.
There you go.
It's not good condition, so it doesn't really apply to me.
Panzer Dragoon Saga for Saturn 1998, $700.
It's
Wait,
up there.
do you have that?
Dude, these are rare fucking games,
What
man.
about that? Yeah, we still have.
Sell them now.
No, but we
Hold
don't
on,
have
wait,
that
wait,
stuff.
wait,
We don't have
wait,
that
wait,
stuff. We
wait.
don't have that shit.
Sega Saturn lot, Panzer Dragoon 1 and 2, 2 Zui, Saga, and Order. Complete, no cracks, $1,299.99.
Yeah, ain't nobody got that for no cracks.
That's
Ain't nobody
crazy.
got that. Flies.
I got
Pan-
order.
all three
No
of them?
crack. Oh hell no.
Panzer
Man.
Dragoon
Put
Saga,
yours there though.
rare, very good condition, $970.
For
What about the
Dude.
PlayStation 2
Damn.
one?
Panzer Dragoon
Dude, man.
Saga.
for cooking
Panzer Dragoon Saga, new factory sealed, Holy Grail.
What?
$2,199.
Why did I ever open it?
Who the fuck has that? Who the fuck has that?
Nobody ever just buys it.
Somebody in the
So-
factory was like, I need to save this shit just in case.
So Auto Saturn games, $2,000, done deal. All together.
Good condition.
Yeah, they gotta be good.
Yeah.
condition.
The
No, but-
Shining Force 3 I have,
I mean-
the cover part, I have to click it back in because it pops off.
You can buy it separate.
Yeah.
You can buy a new one.
I have all the discs and the instructions for all those games. But the fact if someone buys a Panzer Dragoon remake, you're helping these games come back and get remade.
Yep.
Start the movement, man. These
Buy
games are amazing.
Streets of Rage 4 too. Buy it.
Yep, buy those too. Everything Sega, old IPs, buy them.
I want Alice Kid in Miracle World remake.
I thought he said I want Al's Kid.
Yeah, I'm like,
you
what?
You heard that too,
I
right?
thought that shit too.
like,
I
what
was
are you
gonna say
talking
You want
about?
Al's Kid? Which one?
My kid.
Alex Kid in Miracle World, the remake.
Comic Zone remake.
Comic Zone, fire.
Remake.
Sequel.
Do 'em all.
Remake and a sequel.
Do 'em
real.
all.
Yeah, fuck
Do
it.
'em all,
I'm happy
do 'em
with
all.
either. I'm happy
Genesis
with it.
Mini. Just buy it.
You know what's messed up?
7-Up
There's no
spot.
Shine
Let me
Force
start-
No, it's not on there.
Yeah, it's not.
I
on there.
was
No
going
shine.
to break something.
I said no shot.
Holy
They have everything else.
Shit.
Yep.
They even added Tetris for you.
David added the
Yeah.
Bad Alex Kid game.
Yep.
Yeah, it stinks. Enchanting
No, I
Castle
like
stinks.
Enchanted Castle, man. I liked it. You thought it was like a poor man's.
That's
Miracle
our show
World.
today, folks.
Wait. We
What?
didn't briefly talk about the Zelda game.
Oh
They
yeah,
kept
okay.
quickly
Kept
rushed
ruined it though.
Yeah, but he ruined it.
Breath of the Wild 2 sequels coming out.
You're the worst
development.
announcements. You're the worst announcer.
In development.
You're the worst
It's in
announcer.
development.
Because you sound constipated when you announce it.
Exactly.
Yeah, all right.
Development.
So if you're listening, that was me smacking Kev. If you're watching, I didn't really smack, but you know, let your imagination run wild. So Breath of the Wild sequel announced. They said we have one more thing, just like Apple used to.
I like how they do that.
Yeah.
I like how they
So
do the
everybody
one
thought it
more
was
thing.
over.
It's like everyone's like,
more
And it was
thing.
exciting. They did it. They did a good job. They know how to end the show.
it's smart
The
because
right way.
you know people were expecting Metroid Prime 2,
Yep.
4,
Four.
And it's not ready yet.
Nope.
They started
But
from the
that
ground
was a
up.
big enough announcement to
It was.
shut people
yeah,
up.
no, it is. It is.
And I
That's
was
smart.
like, ooh, they have graphics of it,
Very-
and it looked dark as
Shit looked
hell.
done. Why did it look
Yeah,
done?
it was dark.
It looked dark.
Why did it look
looked dark.
done?
What?
Yeah, it
Zelda?
did look
Yeah.
fine, but they had a scene.
No, like an actual like.
Well, they have a
scene
narrative.
didn't happen.
No, it was a done
They have a
scene.
narrative, and they have a bad, like an evil dude. I don't know what.
It looked like a mummy version of Ganon.
Of course, he's coming back. Come on.
No, they were like, could this be the new Majora's Mask?
No.
Hell,
no.
man!
No.
Come on.
I fucking
No.
hope not.
Hell no.
No. No 3-day garbage.
We don't need a quick game. This is the long time it's taken.
I want to see Link in the green again. You know, seeing him in the blue.
Kev, you
it's
dress
like-
him up like a ninja anyway.
Doesn't matter, man.
He was a blue ninja. In
You know what I want them to do though? I want them to do more dungeon oriented, kind of like part 1. You know, a
Yeah.
little bit like just more dungeon.
Instead of redundant.
Yeah,
Things
more
like that.
dungeon esque and you know like
That'd be
that.
cool. Well, that was a criticism of Breath of the Wild.
Kind of
probably
scale back on the cooking and stuff like that, and make it more dungeon oriented with the
Keep
items.
the
and stuff.
cooking.
Keep
make-
it at a certain extent.
Yeah, like cooking was good, but you know,
Chef,
maybe,
Doesn't need to be as
Pop, boy.
huge.
maybe
It
we'll
needs to
have
be
some
as big as
unbreakable
that.
items. You know, some.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Please adjust that.
That'd be
Yeah.
amazing.
Please adjust
And just
it.
make them, and I guess make the better weapons harder to find.
You know,
Yeah.
Make
Put
the better
back-
weapons hard to
Or
break.
if
defend.
if they break, have an option to repair them.
yeah,
Yes.
it's a good to,
You
you
know?
know,
Yeah,
prepare
yeah.
Or fortify them. If I want to spend all my money on one weapon to make it cool and not break, just let me do that.
You gotta put Link in the green hood, man. Get the
There it
green
goes
hood
with the
back. The,
green.
regular Assassin's Creed hood is all right, but give me that green hood.
Okay,
That's not so
All
nice.
So anyway, yeah. Let's end this up.
But thank you guys for checking out the Level 857 Video Game Podcast. Be sure to listen, follow, watch us on the YouTube channel. We got videos every day, Monday through Friday, so check that out. Stream, follow us on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher.com, Spotify, TuneIn Radio, Google Music Play. But of course, if you want to give us the most support, it's going to be on Radio Public. And speaking of YouTube, guys, we're going to see you guys again real soon. Around 12 o'clock.
Oh, you messed it up.
In the afternoon.
And let us know what you think in the comments about E3. What was your favorite game? Who won the E3?
If
Oh,
there's a
yeah.
game we didn't mention, like Pokemon, Shield
Yeah.
and Sword, talk about it in the comments.
And
We'll
what
put you-
and what'd you expect? You know?
That bike
Let
in
us know.
Pokemon, though.
Talk to us. We talk back.
For real.
Yeah. What did you want to see in E3?
And we out.